guys, this live is possible. And first off, I want to thank you guys so much because this is so exciting. This is the live that is going to have my Angel Leana from my Freedom Day in it. The live that is going to have my Angel Leana from my Freedom Day in it. And she's totally open to answering your guys' questions about why she decided to help me when I was a complete stranger and just anything really. So I just put out the invite. I posted it on my Facebook. I sent it to her, so I'm just gonna wait for her. Wait for her to get in here, and then I guess we'll just get started. But oh, thank you so much, Amanda. I appreciate your support and the fact that you watch my videos and help my voice be heard. That means a lot to me. But I am so thankful for all of you guys for getting Leanna to the 1,000 followers that she needed so that she'll be able to join this live. I'm so excited. This will be my first time actually seeing her on video as well. We've talked on the phone, from Facebook. Que pasa, Mufasa? We've talked on the phone, we've messaged before. Hey, Jessica! This will be the first time seeing her on video and actually like seeing her face other than pictures. So I'm really excited. Hey, Cheryl! Hey, you guys! I appreciate you guys being here. I'm so excited. I'm just like, ah! This is huge. Hi, Ronnie from California. Thanks for joining from all the way over there. I'm so excited. Now, I hope you guys have your questions ready. Like, right now, I'm like all over the place. Hi, Seattle! Oh my god, really? Thank you! I appreciate you've been waiting all day. That means a lot to me. Like, and the fact that you guys are excited, like, means a lot to me, and just that, I appreciate that. My pronouns are she, her. Hi, Jade! Hi, everybody! And que pasa, Mufasa. Thank you guys, everyone who's joining. Okay, I'm turning off invites. I'm declining them all because I'm waiting for my Angel to get here. She's going to be going live with me. She's the only guest I will approve on here. Yeah! I'm so glad that you're able to join this one. I know this one, I was like, because it's so big, I'm going to try and promote it. So I actually didn't know you could promote lives like that before. I'd always see other creators do it, and I'm like, how in the world do they have that on their videos and have that on their profile, things like that? I'm still learning TikTok. So when I knew when me and Leanna planned this the other day, I was like, okay, I really need to make sure everyone's aware of this as much as possible. So I was trying to like put it out there. Oh no. Well, first off, in regards to that, I'm way behind on it, but I am going to be uploading all the replays onto my YouTube, but I'm trying to upload all my TikTok videos onto my YouTube. So thank you, Jade. I appreciate that. So, she's here! My Angel just joined! Oh my god, and thank you, John! I appreciate that. Alright, you guys, are you guys ready? My Angel just joined the live, so I'm just waiting for her guest request to come in, and then you guys can meet my Angel, the woman who literally helped me get out of everything, who truly saved my life. I want to give her a little introduction and everything, too. So, I'm like, it's so exciting. I'm getting emotional right now. Okay. Alright, you guys. It's connecting. Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
Oh my god. Wait, is there audio?
Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Sorry, I was at shopping.
I don't hear anything. Is your audio on? She's getting situated. But everyone, this is Leanna. This is my Angel for my Freedom Day. This is the woman from the church who did not know me whatsoever, who literally stayed with me at the church, who took me and her son to Jack in the Box and used her last bit of money to buy us dinner, who stayed with me all night, who drove me to the airport at 3 in the morning, who gave me her last bit of change that she had in her wallet just so I could have a little bit of money, the woman who mailed me my stuff, the woman who has been there and didn't know me. That's the biggest thing. I want you guys to meet my Angel Leana.
Hi guys. Can you hear me?
Let's. I don't know. Like, can you guys hear her? I don't know if it's because I have my mic plugged in that I can't hear audio.
Hi.
So
I think
okay.
I
So
hear.
Cheryl, so you guys can hear Leana. Can you say something, Leana?
Hi guys. How are you
Okay,
guys?
I see her lips moving. You guys can hear her, but I can't hear her. What is going on? No! This is a problem. Hold on. Let me try unplugging my mic. Can you say something again? I'm sorry.
It's fine. Can you hear me?
I
What?
heard you.
Sure. Okay. I was talking to my son. Sorry, guys.
Oh, hi, Darwin.
Oh, he's over there.
All right. Okay, so I had to unplug my mic in order to be able to hear you. So I don't know how the audio is on my end, but okay, guys, like this is Leanna. This is my angel,
Okay.
the one you guys. Sure, John. What's your question, real quick? I'll go ahead and take this question from John, but then all you guys, any questions you guys have for Leanna, because this is the live for being able to get Leanna in here, that you guys made possible.
Hi, Jessica Carisi. Sorry if I cannot pronounce the name correctly. She wrote, "I'm so excited, been waiting all day." I'm excited too.
It's so good to see you. Oh my God. Like,
Same. I know it's been a long time.
I know. Oh my God.
Sorry.
Many times. I will actually cover that in a video. If you stick around after this time with Leanna, I will answer that. But regardless, I will totally answer that in a video. But like I said, if you stick around after this time with Leanna, I'll answer that. I have this scheduled until 12 midnight my time, Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock Pacific time. So for the next 2 hours. So if you stick around after 2 hours, I'll answer it for you personally. Otherwise, I'll do it in a video because I don't want to take away from the time with Leanna. Okay, so Dana says, "Hi, Miss Angel. We need more people like you."
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to read all the comments.
I know sometimes they come in so fast and it gets kind of crazy. What time Central Time? I'm not really sure, but just 2 hours from now.
So it would be 9 o'clock?
For maybe, but I don't know.
It should be 9 o'clock right now. Yeah, it's 2 hours from here, so just be careful. Sorry, my son is driving.
He's driving now? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's already driving.
Oh my goodness, he's gotten so big.
Yeah.
All right, so for comments, let's see. We have from PayTT21. Thank you for helping Tatiana that day.
You're welcome.
Okay, Jessica has a question. Was that your first time being there for someone like that?
Yes. I would say yes. Because I was not in that situation where people will come in with needs. So it would be it's a impact day for me and for her as well. So it changed our life, both of us, that day.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I will. I'm still surprised that complete stranger even helped me the way that you did. That's why I still to this day call you my angel, because angel is the only thing I can think of with calling you.
Sorry.
Donna. Am I saying the right name? I'm gonna send her a message saying that I'm reading her comment.
Is that to Dana?
Dana, yeah. Or Donna, I think that's the right name. She asks, I'm very blessed to have Tatiana as a friend, and you made that happen. Have you helped anyone else? I have. I feel that I always try to help the youth. Because like I said, I have a 15-year-old boy. I was a teenager when I had him, so yes, I have a story as well, and I always try to help others by telling my story. That one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you want? Regular?
Yeah. Okay. Or actually, the caramel brulee.
And just putting it out there for the people who are asking where she's from, that we're keeping information private, and just so people are aware, English is not her first language. She does phenomenal with her English, though. So if she mispronounces stuff, she's doing a great job.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm trying. Like I said, like Tatiana said, English is my second language. My first language is Spanish. I can tell you where my parents are from, but not where I'm at. My parents are from Honduras, which is Central America.
I didn't know you were Honduran.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! I'm learning more about you as well. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to so we can get these questions. I'm scrolling through. Okay, from Chris. Leana, we are so thankful for you.
Oh, Chris, okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what led you to stay with her, but what was it you wanted to say? Say.
Because I remember I told you that your story was kind of reminding me of my childhood. I grew up in domestic violence home as a child. So when she came to me and asked for help, I didn't hesitate to help her because I knew that something told me inside that she needed that help. And she didn't know what to do. And at first, I was in shock of the situation while she was telling me her story. So I remember the only thing I did, I pray and I asked, God for the right words to tell her. So she can feel that love, that confidence as a woman, because she's a young, beautiful woman, and I wanted her to know that, and I'm very thankful for her. I do.
I didn't know you went through that as a child.
Yeah, so that's why I always try to help those that it's part of my story. I guess everybody has different stories, different way of growing up, different um cultures, and I always think that being different, it makes you unique and beautiful. And that's the reason why I try to help. I told her that the reason why I was helping her, because knowing her age, she could be my sister, my youngest sister, because she's a year younger than me. She could be my cousin. She could be my friend. She could be anyone that I knew and loved. So that's the reason why I feel women or girls should always stick together, especially in things like this, to help each other, to tell your story as
They closed it.
Then this one I went away. So to connect with other people, to tell them that if we went through this, they can come out of it as well. So
that's very true. And yeah, we are sisters now. Like when me and Leanna talked the other night,
yes.
she said we're gonna be in each other's lives for the rest of our lives.
Put it on. Oh, you already have it on.
Yeah. My son was telling me, do I have my suit there? I'm like, yeah. And I had to come to the store to be able to get signal because I wasn't getting any signal over there. So
Oh no,
home,
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I had to do shopping anyways.
Que pasa, Mufasa? So a lot of people are asking. I guess you pretty much just answered what made you want to step up and help me. What put it in your heart to help me when most people don't want to get involved. I think that was pretty much answered.
I want to clear something up. They're asking what made me help you. I was thinking any possible question that you guys would ask, and I remember that Sunday, my son and I was coming from somewhere 3 hours away from 3 hours and a half away from where I used to live, and my sister, my best friend, she's my sister-in-law. I was driving. She was sitting in the passenger seat, and my brother-in-law, which is my husband's brother, was sitting in the back with my niece and my son. And they were talking about faith and stuff related to church. And I remember I was just, my thoughts were in 3 different places. I was straight.
Oh, straight?
Yeah. Wait.
I know.
Hold on. Give me guys 1 second.
You're good. You gotta make sure y'all are safe.
Yeah.
And yeah, Cheryl, we were meant to be together. Absolutely. It was nothing but God that she was there, and that, God told me to turn right instead of left and go to that church. I never would have even thought. And I'll be honest, like when I arrived at the church, I was nervous because I knew it was the Spanish service, and I was like, oh my God, like my Spanish is not that good. I don't know. Thank you so much, Allie, for the rose. I was like, I don't know, if I'm going to be able to, get the help that I need. But Leanna was there, and she was the absolute most help ever. Kayla, no, I have not. I'm not going to be able to get one. That's a whole another thing. I don't have insurance to cover the car. I don't have any money to get one. I literally just had an job interview today and accepted a job offer. I'm going to be starting part-time next week, so it's going to take me a while to see the car. Thank you for the likes, Chris.
Sorry.
It's all good. Take over whenever you're ready.
Like I was saying, we were coming from that event, something important that we did that weekend. It was 3 hours and a half away, and I remember they were talking, and I was just listening to the conversation that they said about faith and impact people's lives. And I remember I was listening and praying at the same time, saying, I don't think I have done something big, or I haven't helped somebody that really, really needs me. Like, I want to have that. And that same morning, I was driving back home, and then that same day, it happened with Tatiana. And I'm like, it was a prayer answer for me to show me that, he's real, that he's always showing me his mercy. So I was very grateful with that, and I'm very grateful that I met her and I was able to help her.
I'm grateful for you.
That's the reason why I that's what took me, to help you, because God answered a prayer I prayed that morning.
It's funny, God answered a prayer that you had by sending me, and God answered my prayer by sending you.
Yeah. That's how
So
he works.
that's true. So Jessica said, what was going through your mind when you seen me at the church? Now, this is funny for you guys. Okay, just a recap. It was 110 degrees out that day. I was wearing basketball
Yeah.
shorts, a tank top, messed up flip-flops, and I had my Circle K Polar Pop filled with homemade iced coffee. I had
Yep.
just walked like a mile. I threw up 3 times on the side of the road from all the anxiety. I didn't put that in my videos, but I did get sick several times. I was crying and hysterical. And that is what she saw when I got to the church. So, what were your thoughts, Leanna, when you saw that mess just arrive at your church?
I mean, I didn't. I'm the kind of people I don't see what other people were wearing. I didn't notice until later on that day that you were freezing because that night was cold. Um, I was just worried about you because you were crying. I remember you were crying. You were desperately in need. You were telling me that you had suicide thoughts and all this and all. That's what I was like in shock. I'm like, what do I do? I had to think for a minute. How can I help this girl? How can I help her and change her life? How can I do that? And that was the only thought I had in my mind in that moment. I didn't see how she got there until hours later, that because it was a lot of hours of waiting for police to come.
Seriously.
Hours and hours and hours. I would call them every hour to see when
Mm-hmm.
they were gonna help her. And they would just tell me, okay, just if you move from that area, just let us know, and we'll send somebody as soon as possible. I remember that day it was super busy. There was a lot of fires going on around. There was a lot of things going on, and I would always hear police everywhere that day and that
Mm-hmm.
night. And it was hours of waiting, and that's when I noticed later on that night. But I didn't think of her like anything like, oh, she might be drug or something. No, I never thought that. I always, I when I saw her, I knew it was what she was telling me was true. So yeah.
Let's see. John said, Tatiana, do you feel like you would still be in that situation if you hadn't met her? Well, here's what would have happened. Um, Leanna, you stayed with me and everything, and was there the entire time when the police came and everything. And the police were telling me, I was telling them that if I can get to the airport, my mom had a plane ticket for me and would fly me back. But they were saying they weren't going to bring me, so they told me to go ask my friend. And I was like, I just met her a couple hours ago. It's late at night. She has her son with her. I was like, I can't ask her to drive me 45 minutes away. And they said, well, if she doesn't take you to the airport, then we're just going to take you to a shelter. So those were my options. So I sucked it up, and I went and I asked Leanna if she would please take me. And I even told her, my mom would end up sending her gas money afterwards, which Leanna refused any payment whatsoever. My mom was going to send her gas money, money for staying with me. She refused it all. She did everything out of the kindness of her heart.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, John, I no, I wouldn't have stayed in that situation. I would have gone to the shelter, but I have no idea what my life would be like. They told me that the shelter was one that they would have helped me get a job and things like that, but the shelter was smack dab in the middle of the city, so it wasn't too far away from where I was at. And I know that my ex knew people who worked at the local shelter, so I didn't know if I still would have been in danger or not. And hi,
Yeah.
Jazz.
So my first priority to that question would be her safety. I wanted her to be safe. So I took her to locations where that person couldn't find us,
Mm-hmm.
um, or wouldn't look for her. So I always try, for her safety, because like I said, since I lived in an abusive home, I know how abusive people are, and they would try to control you, and they would try to convince you, and tell you, they're gonna bring you the stars, the sun again, and nothing will
Mm-hmm.
change. So my first priority was her safety.
And she really was all about my safety, because when we were at the church waiting for the police to come, the church without giving too much detail, you could see it from the street. And I knew I had already spoken to my mom, and my mom told me that my ex had called and was out looking for me. So Leanna can tell you, I was ducking behind bushes, behind the picnic tables, anytime a car came by and I thought it could be his mom's car, or if we even saw shadows of anybody walking down the street, I was literally ducking and hiding. That's something else I didn't put in my video that I didn't discuss. So it got to the point, the church had already closed. We were just sitting there in the parking lot, and I was just hiding. I was terrified. So that was when she decided, okay, it's late. She's sitting here ducking and doing all this. Let's get her somewhere safe. And that's why we ended up going to the Jack in the Box. And that's where she used her last bit of money to buy me and her son some food, which meant so much.
Somebody asked, how did I knew how to help her? What the first thing I did, I listened to her situation, and I told her, just wait for me here, don't go anywhere. She stayed. She went inside the church, and I went to talk to the senior pastor. And then, because my pastor was continuing the service, because that happened during the service, and then when he finished doing what he had to do, then we called him in and we told him the situation, and they spoke with her first, and then I spoke with her after, and I told her that she had to make a report for the abuse that she was having, that it was important, and that for her to be saved, she needed to do it. And that's what we did. So I was just there for support. I was there to help her, for her safety. Like I said, the number one priority for me was her safety, because I know she was very scared. She was hiding, like she said. And then plus I was, my husband was in the parking lot as well, but we always drive different cars. um Story of my life. So we always driving different cars, even though we go to the same location. We always drive different cars, because either I'm coming from work or he's working or something. So he was just waiting in his car for me, and then I was with her and my son. And then I told her, you know what, if I don't feel that you feel safety here, my son was hungry already, because we were waiting hours. And I asked her, are you hungry? She said yeah. And that's when I took them to Jack in the Box. And I don't remember how much money I had, but I had a little bit of money for
I remember you got
the
us
three of
two.
us to eat.
Yeah, I remember you didn't eat. You said you
I
only had
didn't.
enough money. No, you only had enough money for 2 meals, and
Oh yeah,
you chose for me and your son to eat. And I said, and I
yeah,
remember I was telling you, please, like I'll get something I'll get something off the dollar menu, but you insisted that I got a meal
no,
to keep me
yeah,
full. So you literally sat there with no food while me and your son ate, which
yeah.
once again goes to your heart and how you are. All you had were those, I don't remember what they were. You said they were some kind of Mexican fruit, like I remember they were small and green. I don't remember what they were, but that
Oh,
was all you.
guayabas. There
Yeah,
were guayabas.
yes. I
Yeah,
I remember that's what you guys gave me at the church, and that you ended up eating, and that was all you had to eat. And you got
yeah,
me and your son these chicken sandwiches for meals from Jack in the Box.
yeah. That's Yeah. I didn't remember. Yeah. So I pretty much had enough for 2 meals, and
Mhm.
I rather gave her, because I knew she didn't eat the whole day. Excuse me. And my son, because he's my son. I'd rather him to eat than me. So
Self-explanatory.
I think every parent would want their kids to be fed first, and then the
I would hope
parents
so.
will eat. And I think by that time she was already laughing. She was a little bit more calm, because I was
Yeah.
making jokes with her, and we were trying to make her laugh, so time would pass by. Do I regret any of it? No, I do not. I do not regret any of it. I'm, like I said, I am very grateful for her, and she's very grateful for me. And what I can say is that she impacted my life, and I impacted her life, because I was the one that actually was 100% for her. I knew that I had to give my 100% for somebody that we were two totally strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could think, oh, she could have robbed you, she could have killed you, she could have
Yep.
done anything, but those thoughts didn't came to me. My thoughts were, I want to help this girl. I want her to get home safe to wherever she was going, because her mom gave her, that plane ticket, and she even was in contact with her mom through my phone,
Mm-hmm.
and so when she left, I after she left, I communicated with her, and I already left her in the airport. Please call me when
Mm-hmm.
she arrives to the destination, like things like that. We were always in touch. Once I knew she was safe, then I felt peace in me. So yes.
That was a very emotional day, but just thinking about that escalator. But I want
The
to get to,
escalator.
oh God, all those tears. I don't remember. Someone said the reason why I cried like that is because I hadn't been
Oh, okay.
shown such kindness from anybody in such a long time, and that hit me hard because it's true. No one had, I hadn't been shown any. No one's ever shown me kindness the way that you have. But on top of that, like it'd been so long since anyone had shown me kindness in general because of what I was dealing with. But let's see, John, have you been approached? I haven't been approached by any talk shows, anything for anybody. I just have people, I just have followers requesting that I write a book and saying that this should be a movie, which, hey, that'd be cool. But I'm in the process of making a book. Kayla, did this just happen? No, this happened September 22nd, 2019. That was my Freedom Day. That was the day that I met Leana when all this went down. Dana, you gave her life back to her. Yes, she did. She was very huge in that. She really, I don't know what would have happened if she hadn't helped me. I'm doing great. Thanks, trucker wife. How are you? And yes, it's happening. Did he try to find me? I don't know. I've addressed a little bit of that in some of my videos about things that have come across. I'm trying to get through these comments because it says there's so many new messages.
Somebody's asking, I think John is asking, did you put a restraining order on him?
Yeah, I just came across that one. Thank you. No, I did not, because in order to do that, I would have had to press charges. And for all that, not only would I have had to go back by myself, and it was way too dangerous. And in order to put the restraining order, I would have pressed charges. And I chose not to press charges because of how dangerous he and his family were and the threats that he made towards me and my family. So I just deemed it was not worth it whatsoever. So I just chose to leave, get far, far away, and keep as much about my life as private as possible. Leanna, you have a heart of gold from Shine On Me.
Thank you.
Dana, did the boyfriend find out about your angel? You mean my ex? If you're referring to my ex, I have no idea. I
I
don't
really
know
don't
what.
care.
Yes. Seriously, I don't know what all he knows. Tatiana, I'm so happy Leanna was there to help you. Keep telling your story will help others. Thank you. I'm so happy she was there too, and I will never stop. Because of Leanna helping me, I actually am here to be able to even share my story. How did you remember your mom's number? Okay. There before he cut off and started controlling when I could call my mom when the abuse was just starting, I knew it was very important to try my best to at least have that memorized. Like something inside told me, which I believe was God, to have that memorized for in case of anything. So
Yeah.
there were many, many times where I did try and get away. There were times I called my mom from my ex's sister's phone, which I talked about. And so I was like, okay, I can't make these calls from my phone because he was tracking everything on my phone.
Yeah.
And I never knew when I would have the opportunity to make a call. So I always had her number memorized. And still to this day, I have her number memorized. That's the only number that I have memorized. I can't even remember my own number a lot of the times.
Cheryl, 20, Cheryl, I think 27. Are you helping other people since? Um, Yes, like I said, since I'm very active at church, we help other, well, not specifically a person, but we do help other churches in need in different countries, uh, and especially in Central America. Um, we do help them. We are helping um, orphan kids in Nicaragua. Um, so I am the director for all that. Um, at church, so I always try to help people in need. Yes, and then I always try to help people around me that needs anything that they need. I'll try to help. If it's in my hands that I could do something, then yes, I will do it for
That's
sure.
amazing. That's amazing that you guys do all that. I didn't know you did all that at the church. Sorry,
Yeah.
my phone's going off like crazy. Okay, let's see. John, Tatiana, it's nice that your mom got you a plane ticket home. Most people who escape then take a bus. Oh, I agree. Well, my mom knew of the situation and she wanted to make sure that no ifs, ands, or buts, when I was ready to leave, she could get me home. So she actually had a credit card set aside that
Just
she
in
would
case.
not
Yeah.
touch. Yep. And it was a very pricey plane ticket. So I'm very thankful that she did that because we literally all I did was call her and she got on the computer and immediately reserved the plane ticket right then and there. So Leanna walked up with me at the airport and went up to the desk and we said, we had this there was a ticket waiting for me and everything. Hi Pixie, que pasa Mufasa? So thankfully, she was able to, otherwise it would have been a really, really, really long bus drive. That would have, oh God, that would have been horrible. How did I get on the plane without identification? I had my wallet because when the police took me back to go and get my stuff, I grabbed my wallet. So I had my ID. I was able to grab my birth certificate, my divorce decree. I grabbed clothes. I was able to grab things. So I packed as much as I could in that 5 minutes in the suit in my suitcase. With the suitcase, Leanna ended up having to bring home and mailing my stuff because I wasn't able to take it on the plane with me. So I had my identification. Was he a good person before the abuse started? Sorry if that's a loaded question. Here's the thing with narcissists. They sit there and they charm you and show you that they're a good person. And then once they get you in your grasp, then you see their true selves and they take the mask off. So deep down, like beneath everything, no, I don't think he was a good person. Because regardless, it was all manipulation. He tried to show me he was a good
Yep.
person, but that was the manipulation. So
That's how they start. Yeah.
exactly. Hi to both of you. Hi, Ashley, and thank you. Hi, Joy.
Hi. Hi,
Que pasa,
Ashley.
pasa. Thank you, Hans. I love you too. I love you guys so much. You guys have any more questions? Like, bring on the questions for Leanna. We finally got Leanna is living still near to your ex. Isn't it dangerous for her to be live? Um,
No.
no. Well, we keep everything as private as possible, but I'll put it that she's not there. She's not as close anymore. And I don't know how else to put it.
Just no. We're not.
Yeah,
I don't live.
yeah. I
No,
never
I don't live near.
I never said I was kidnapped.
And
I said
plus,
he held me hostage. That he did hold me
hostage. Yeah.
hostage because he would not let me leave. Anytime I tried to leave, he or his mom would come after me. His mom would stop me when I'm in the driveway and I'm literally up the driveway with my stuff and she called him and he ended up meeting me. So regardless, he would always, if anytime I ever got out of the trailer, he found out and would come get me and bring me back to the trailer. And I was not allowed to leave the trailer. So I was held hostage. I was not kidnapped. But when I left with him, he threatened me and my family. I talked about this in my last live. I did not talk about this in my video, so I will just say this here. The reason why I stayed with him, even moved with him, was because when I met him, I was living with my then ex-fiance, and these are friends who were like my older brothers, and then they had other people living there as well. and I had my 2 dogs, and my ex had told, I'm going to go over it quick because I talked about it in my last live the other day and it made me break down crying, and I don't want to go through that again right now. It was my first time talking about it. This is my second time talking about it, but he wanted me to go and kill everybody in the house, put it that way. So he had he wanted us to go together, kill my ex, kill our friends, kill the other people that were there, kill my dogs, and he threatened my mom, and he threatened my nephew, he threatened my sister, he threatened my entire family. So I stayed with him. I listened to what he said because I was trying to protect everybody. I didn't want anything to happen to anybody else. So I stayed, I went, and then he wouldn't let me leave.
Okay, Jessica Reese, 24. Were you afraid of Perez coming when you were waiting for the cops? No, I wasn't afraid. I know who I am.
You would have fought him, I think.
Yeah.
You were protecting me like nothing.
It's not that because it's just, I don't know. When God is in control, he takes over.
Yes.
I wasn't afraid of my life. I was afraid for her life, pretty much. That's why, like I said, my first priority was her safety, not mine, and my son, just in case if he came. But I wasn't scared of him. He, I don't think he really knows me or know who I am, but I wasn't afraid of him. I don't even know him. So, to be honest, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
I never asked her. I think that's her privacy for her to keep, and that's it. My job was done by helping her, by taking her, a safety place, sending her. My job was to make sure she took that plane home.
Mm-hmm.
That was my one goal priority. That he doesn't come to the airport and try to convince her otherwise or anything. That was my first concern. But we knew he was arrested, so I knew that was impossible that he will come and get her. So,
are you happy you never had kids?
Were the cops understanding?
Yeah. Very happy.
Yeah. So one of my ex, it's a cop. So I know like how all these things worked. That's the reason why I wasn't afraid of anything, because people know me. I know people, and so a lot of pastors I know around the community work with police officer and police office to help the community in many ways. Like, for example, in this situation that Tatiana was, we're working on creating a better community for women, especially for abused people, abused women, abused child. We're trying to work things for our community, and I know a lot of people that is trying to help those in need.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't really afraid of anything because I knew he was going to be for a few hours, maybe a day in jail.
So when the cops finally arrived, Leanna was in the car with her son, and they were understanding, but they also were they really wanted me to press charges, but they understood the first officers, because there was 3 officers.
I need a cold one.
Okay. 2 officers came first, and then the third officer came. He was the arresting officer. He's the one who stayed with me, who took me to the house. And when we got to the house, there was another officer that pulled up. So there were a total of 4 officers that had responded to the whole thing. Thank you, Katie, for the rose. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, sweetie. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you for the roses. So with them being understanding, they immediately saw the bruises on me and they were like, we need to take pictures. We're gonna have to press charges. They were asking me if I want to press charges. And I was like, no. Like, I was explaining how dangerous he is, the threats he made. I was like, I don't even want him arrested because I was like, I just want to get away. I would just like you guys to help me be able to pack a bag and leave. But they said that because I had bruises, they had to arrest him. And that if I wasn't going to press charges, regardless, the state was going to press charges. I remember when they said that they had to arrest him, I broke down. I ended up having to go into the bushes and I got sick there. And they were asking if I needed an ambulance. And I was like, no, I'm okay. Just my anxiety was picking up really bad because my ex had always told me if I had ever gotten him thrown in jail, he would come after me or my family. So for that, I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, like it's out of my control. Like they're going to arrest him. He's going to come after me. He's going to come after my family. But I made it known, like I didn't want to press charges. So I think that's the only reason why, like he and his family haven't, because, they made it known that the victim didn't press charges. So he knew it wasn't me doing it. It was the police. How did you know his address? Because I lived there.
Obviously.
What kind of things did his mom say as he was being arrested? Again, sorry if it's a loaded question. Okay, so while he was being arrested, I don't know because when the
She didn't
police
speak
took
to
me,
you, right? She didn't
no,
speak
oh
to
no,
you.
she did.
She did?
Yeah, he was already gone by this time. So when the two officers took me to go and pack my stuff, his sister was asleep in her room, and the way that the trailer was set up was as soon as you walk in, it was the part that's the living room, that was her new room because we had switched rooms throughout. So she was laying there on the bed, and one of the officers was like, ma'am, you have to let her come in and get her stuff. And his mom was throwing a fit saying, oh, well, my son never did anything. And you need to take your cats because I had two cats. And the officer was like, ma'am, she cannot take her animals. You're going to have to take care of them, find them a new home or something. And she was like, I can't feed them. I can't do this when they ate the dog food for their dogs because I wasn't allowed to buy cat food. She was just trying to start mess. So she was throwing a fit about me not taking her cats, and the officer was calming her down, and she's like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know why this is happening. And all of a sudden she like switched everything and was trying to act all cool with the cop, while the other cop took me to the back of the trailer, which is where our room was, so I could pack my stuff. And that officer, he kept rushing me because the place was filthy. There were roaches everywhere. So he was like, Tatiana, are you almost ready? I feel like these roaches are going to carry me out. And I will never forget that line. And
Yeah.
when we were leaving the trailer, we had an empty propane tank that kept the door open so that it wouldn't close all the way so that the dogs could run in and out. And their dogs, not I had to leave my dogs. But at the old house with my ex-fiance when I first left. So we had the empty propane tank and she wanted me to fix it because the officers had bumped into it and moved it so the door wasn't perfect for her. So I moved it and I told her, I was like, thank you for allowing me to be here. Well, I was, because I was raised, when someone lets you live in their roof, no matter how they treat you, no matter what, you thank them for allowing you into their home. So I thanked her and I walked out, and she was just like giving me looks like that. But she was just trying to throw a fit about me taking my cats, which if I could have taken my cats, I would have. It still kills me to this day that I had to leave them, and I pray that they ran away. They were outdoor cats anyways. They would always go, leave, and then come back. So
And
I
I
pray
would
that
always say a mother that doesn't say or do anything when you have an abusive child shouldn't be a mom. I'm so sorry that I say that because
no,
you
absolutely.
know you have to raise if you're having a kid, okay, and no matter what situation, like I said, I had my kid when I was a teenager. I had to step up, be responsible for my own actions, and I did that. if my son would get married one day and he becomes an abuser, I wouldn't allow that. Myself, I would put him in jail because I didn't raise a boy to be an abusive. I didn't give him that option. It's not an option for me. And
Mm-hmm.
I know that many women are like that when they're raising their kids, especially men. I don't support those kind of women, those kind of mothers. I do not. I
Well,
just,
his mom was abused growing up herself, so she abused them growing up. So, and there was abuse in the house all around. Like, I've witnessed so many things. Like, I have chose to not talk about it in the videos. I don't know if I will, or if it'll just be in my book, or if I will talk about it I haven't decided, because it's really, I'm pretty sure TikTok would take my account down if I talk about the stuff that I had witnessed in that house with the abuse. But for her, abuse was normal. Thank you, Lisa. It was nothing. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Lisa. Oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you. That is so kind of you. Oh,
that's so hard, even though I have half, but I'm sending the full one because
well,
I have my
here's
phone.
the other half.
Yeah.
But the abuse was something that was so normal, and it was okay. The thing that annoyed me the most was while I was at the church with Leanna while we were waiting for the police, I didn't find this out until I got with my mom. My mom handed me her phone, and my ex's mom had literally texted her, "Oh, so and so never hit her. Tatiana's lying," things like that. And that just, the fact that she witnessed so much abuse and had the nerve to even say that, it even just thinking back to it, it makes my blood boil. I'm like, I totally understand a mother wanting to support their child, like protect their child and everything,
But not
but
like that. Not
yeah.
supporting that. That's giving more. He's more dangerous like that.
Mhm.
That's not support. Like I
Absolutely.
said, I grew up in an abusive home, and that doesn't make me to become an abusive person. That's not
Mhm.
how it works. When you grow up in an abusive home, you have a choice. You have a choice to make changes, change your life, change your attitude, change your surroundings, change the atmosphere. You have that right. I don't.
I
That's an
agree,
excuse.
Jessica.
That's an excuse.
Hmm.
That's it. And that does piss me off, knowing that our moms like that, because you're just making more. You're hurting your son more than he's already hurt.
Hmm.
Pretty much. That means that you don't even love your son and you don't love yourself because you're letting this to be allowed. No, you have to stop it. If you're a mom, you have to stop it. I don't agree with that, and I don't like people like that. I don't really like women that are agreeing that, you know, your son is hitting a woman. I would stop it. I would put him in jail myself if he was my kid.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
I want to talk about something you said about it being a choice. I know people who grew up in abusive situations, and my ex, he was abused growing up, and he went through really bad abuse. But I know people who went through worse abuse, and they chose, just like you, to change, to stop it, to end all that, and break the cycle, and be a better person, and say, you know what, just because I went through this doesn't mean I'm going to let it continue. And so, like you said, it is a choice.
you choose for your own actions. You choose what kind of person you want to become.
Exactly. It is
I
no
run
excuse.
from that situation in a way that, okay, for example, myself, like I can tell you for myself, my person, as me, as Leanna, I chose not to be that person. Why? Because I knew how hard was it to grow up without love, without support. So what do I have to teach my son? I love you. I really do love you. I would support you 100%, whatever you want to do, except being an abusive person. I will not accept that. I will not allow it because I haven't raised you like that. I have not. I don't know where you got it from because it's not from me, you know?
Hmm.
And that's how you teach your kids. My kid, I'm more explosive. When I'm angry, I get explode. He's more. calm. And I like that about him. He's like, Mom, why? He's like, why are you mad? Just let it go. I'm like, oh, okay. So that means I did a good job raising a calm kid. You know, he knows what's good, what's bad. He has a choice, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. You broke that cycle.
Yes.
And Jessica, his mom will have to answer. She will, and honestly, I feel I don't mean for this to come out a messed up way, because I would never wish anything bad on anybody, no matter who it is, what they've done. But I feel like his mom has already been paying for the abuse towards her children growing up, because she has a brain tumor and it causes her a lot of pain issues and things like that. And I feel like for all that she contributed with this, I feel like, yeah, she is going to have to answer for all that as well. And I feel like God is going to be dealing with her, and he does deal with her, because the reason why I knew about Leanna's church is because his mom was dealing with some serious demons, and she went to that church. She went to the English sermons that they had during the day. So that's how I knew about the church, because there were times me and my ex would have to go pick her up. She didn't always go to church, but she would go sometimes, because she felt like only, she was like, only God can save me. But then she would go and curse God, and that was a whole nother situation. But God's going to deal with her. That I absolutely feel. And does he still contact your mom, or did she change her number? He's never contacted her. And after I oh wait, I think when I first got back, I blocked them. I remember I blocked his mom, so I'm pretty sure I would have blocked his number too.
Okay, so I'm seeing a comment from Jessica. I think it was Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
That hold on. No. Let me see. Was it Jessica? Okay, yes. She said, yes, you have to break the cycle. My mom wasn't abusing. I'm raising my child with love. Okay, no, it wasn't. Was it Jessica? No, it was Katie.
Oh
Katie
no, it's
Simone
Jessica.
said,
Yeah, it was
she
Jessica.
said,
Yes, you have to break the cycle.
it's Katie. She's saying, my ex was abusive growing up, and
Oh,
now doing it to
oh,
my kids and do anything about it. Yes, you can. You can go to the family court and explain to them what's going on. Cool. They will help you. They're gonna put visitation hours with someone there to watch your kids, so they're not alone with him. And you just explain the situation, and they will help you.
very good
So yes,
advice.
you could always ask for help, and they will help you. You have to go to the family court and explain to them what's going on, and they will help you for sure.
Let's see. His mom should get in trouble too. I absolutely agree. But since I didn't press charges on my ex, I couldn't press charges against his mom. But I wanted to address, let's see, John, is it hard for you to date for what he did to you? No, because
Careful.
a few months after my Freedom Day and everything, I ended up meeting my now fiance. Um, I'm able to, how some people how some people will have I'll say, as someone in a straight relationship, when women end up getting abused by men, they say, I can't trust men after that. Well, I'm able to differentiate and be like, not all men are the same. So I didn't go and put that and be like, I'm never going to be with a man again. Honestly, that was my
It's a
plan though.
process.
Yes, it is a process. I
It's
was
a
not planning on
process.
ever being in a relationship ever again. I adopted my dog, and I had plans. We were just going to get an RV and travel the country. But I ended up meeting my fiance, and I felt that same voice inside that told me to turn right, to go to that church, and everything told me it was okay to proceed with my now fiance. So I do have PTSD, and there have been a lot I've caused some issues in the relationship because of everything that I've dealt with, and I didn't realize I had certain issues. But I wouldn't say it was hard to date. It's been more hard to deal with the insecurities and some of the things that were caused by the relationship.
Yeah, like I said, it's a process. It's just a process. Um, it's not easy because you're barely meeting people, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just a process that you have to go through. I feel that every person is different and acts different and reacts different to the situation, um, but it's always a process. So
Yeah. Katie has two things I want to address. Real quick. Do you find yourself walking on eggshells when you met your fiance? No, I did not. The only thing I feel is difficult for me is if there's something I want to talk to him about. It's not walking on eggshells. It's
no, go straight.
I have, no matter who it's
Yeah,
with, I
just be
have an
careful.
issue speaking up for myself. The only thing. But he's a complete polar opposite of my ex. I can actually talk to him about any issues. I can talk to him about how I feel. I can be completely open with him. So it's just me, it's my internal issues that I work on. And then I see Katie said, I've tried that, and they say he can discipline them any way he chooses. That doesn't sound right at all.
No, if they say that, I would try to get proof, um, of the situation of the abuse, and then take him to court.
Yeah.
Or go to another courthouse and explain the situation that you already went, and um they and explain to them that he was raised in an abusive home and that now he's doing it to your kids,
Mm-hmm.
and you are concerned, and then they have to do something, because I know children with abusive homes are very protected here in the US. So, I don't feel that's correct. They have to do something about it. Find a
Vince,
lawyer or something, someone that can help you legally with that
yes.
situation.
Definitely. And Vincent said, I just scroll, are you getting a new car after you get a job and steady income? Well, today I had an interview and I'm going to be starting next week with a part-time job that is in walking distance. So it's going to take me a long time to save up for a car because I've been looking and you can't find anything in good running condition under $3,000. So since I'm working part-time, minimum wage is cheap down here. Um, People have been telling me to start a GoFundMe. I've been really hesitant about doing a GoFundMe because I don't like asking people for money and things like that. But eventually I'd like to get a car. I don't know how long it'll be though. And yes,
No,
John,
it smells like
also,
the
folks, we need
tires
to bring more
burning or
attention to
something.
men getting abused by their wives. Absolutely. I've
Darling, what are
spoken about
you
it in some of my
doing?
videos.
No,
It is on my list of videos to make specifically on this topic. Men do get abused as well, whether it's from their wives or their
yes,
husbands. Men do get abused, but because of society saying that men can't show their emotions, men have to always be strong and they have to hide everything. Men aren't allowed to cry. All these double standards, men stay quiet
no,
because in our society we push that men are weak if they cry, if men admit that they were hurt, because everyone looks at them and say, well, why didn't you fight back? You're a man, you're supposed to. No, it's not like that.
no.
So yes, more attention needs to be brought to it because men get abused as well and they don't speak
Yep.
up because they don't have the support. No, domestic violence victims already do not have the support that is needed. But think of it this way: female victims do not have the support that they need. Male victims have it way worse.
Park right here. Exactly.
And
And I totally
I will
agree.
fight on that hill. No one can
Yeah,
argue that.
it's vice versa. There's men that get abused, and then also females. And yes, we have norms that society, it's cruel. I can tell you that they
Absolutely.
are cruel because, for example, if you're a man that's getting abused, right, from your wife, they, like Tatiana said, they would constantly be telling him, oh, why don't you defend yourself? Like, you're a man, you should be the head of the house, this and that. But they
Mm-hmm.
don't know the situation until they live in that situation, right? And then
Exactly.
vice versa. There's the woman, but remember, women are more fragile than men, and but they don't see it. They don't consider that both lives are important, men and women.
Mhm.
And there should be always a defense for both of them, for both human beings, because they're human beings. And remember, there's also domestic violence, not by hitting a person, by mentally,
Mhm.
in the mental part. They can tell you all these things, and be manipulated, and that's another way of doing that violence through your mind, because your mind is
Mhm.
constantly fighting every day, thinking, oh, is it true what he told me? Maybe I am this, maybe I'm not this, um right now, I seen a lot of people are very cruel with others, because they're angry, they're insecure, um maybe they didn't grow up with that love they wanted. um so there could be different ways of abusing a person. It's not just hitting physical, it's not just the physical part, it's also the mental part. And that's what hurts more than the physical, because you only
Mhm.
get a bruise on your physical body, but your mental is the first priority that would hurt, because you're gonna believe all these negative things they're telling you. And you start believing that, and your
Mhm.
self-esteem comes down. And that includes men and women.
Mhm.
And it's hard, but in reality, we have to understand that society is it's cruel.
Mhm.
And then to be able to change things like that is by speaking up, saying that it's not correct, it's not right to do that, it's not right to you know give a hand to the abusers. No, you have to stop the abuser. um I mean, it's everybody, every situation is different. I'm just glad that Tatiana, left that situation, and I was able to help her. Honestly, I didn't know that you didn't put charges on him.
Mhm.
I feel that you should have, but like you explained that the situation, that because you were scared. And that's another way of understanding. Yes, sometimes, like I said, because he damaged you so much mentally.
Well, there were some things I
So
didn't tell you that night, but real quick, I want to get to Vincent. Um, I appreciate that support, and you know what, you're right. I will create a GoFundMe, and I'll make a video about it as well. I appreciate your support in that, and it's, I guess it is good that I got the video. But real quick before I get to the different type of abuse, I didn't tell you that he told me his family was in the Mexican mafia, or about the time that we went to the park for Easter, and there were over 300 Mexican gangbangers there who were all strapped with guns. And he had threatened my life, my family's life, and his father was the leader of one of the largest gangs out there. That his aunt, that who was very involved in his life, was in a gang. His mom was formerly gang related. So they had all, like, I was really afraid because I had proof that they were all gang related, but then the whole like Mexican mafia thing, I was like, oh, I'm not touching that. So those threats were really
like I
why I
said, like
did
I
it.
understand why you didn't do it. Obviously, first your safety, which is more
Yeah.
important. But if let's say, let's take that out. He's not in the Mexican mafia. He's just a regular person trying, telling you what to do,
Oh, I absolutely would have pressed
just
charges if it
threatening
wasn't
you.
for all that.
You have to press charges to those people
Yes.
because they have to learn a lesson. It's
Hmm.
not right to hit a woman. It's A woman shouldn't hit a man either. It's not
Hmm.
right. Final.
Absolutely. Now, in regards to the emotional and verbal abuse, I wanted to hit on that because you hit on something that I actually had planned on discussing in a video. Except for extreme cases, I feel that emotional and mental abuse is worse than physical. Yes, there are cases where physical abuse has led to people being disabled, losing limbs, things like that, or other things happening to them. In that case, not, that is something they have to live with forever.
Okay.
But I
Hold on. Vincent said, and you have proof of your situation so people can say you're a
yeah,
scammer.
that's in regards to my car fire, because he was
Oh, okay.
suggesting that I do a GoFundMe
Okay.
so that I
Okay.
can hopefully get another car. But yeah, I can say I received so much physical abuse, and all I'm left with are scars right here, and right here on my ear. My other scar, like my other wounds, have all healed, but mentally and emotionally, I still deal with this every day of my life, and I'm going to deal with it for the rest of my life. It's going to constantly be a battle of how to deal with all the emotional mental abuse that I dealt with. So I agree, that is way worse most of the time. Like I said, excepting extreme cases, the verbal and mental abuse is worse because your physical wounds will heal.
Yeah.
The mental, that's way more difficult. Yeah, in the US, the police officers press charges as well. That's what happened in my case. I didn't press charges, but the officers chose to press charges as well.
The DA, district attorney, would press charges as a defender of the victims here in the US. So they do press charges for that reason. And they always try to get most of the, proofs as they can to make sure they press charges.
That's why they took the pictures of the bruises that I had, because I had bruise on my face, right here, and then right here on my chest, and then
and your back, I think.
On my arm, and yeah, I don't remember about if I had anything. I remember they looked at my back. I don't remember if they actually saw anything, but I had green bruising on the other 3 places that they took the pictures. And I remember going back and, how did they prove he abused you? Well, they had the bruises, but also when they went to go arrest him, they found a letter. They didn't tell me where they found the letter, but they said that my ex had thought it was me coming back to the trailer because he was playing PS4 and vaping just casually after he searched for me for a couple hours, and he had wrote this letter apologizing for hitting me. So they had proof in writing from his self admitting to hitting me. So they had the proof right there. I don't know if he said anything else. They didn't tell me any of that. They didn't tell me what was in the letter. All the officer told me was that they found a letter addressed to me where he apologized for hitting me. So they had more than enough proof. And que pasa Mufasa to everyone else who's been joining. I want to thank you guys. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. Because me and Leanna, we have a huge time difference between us, so we don't know how often we're going to be able to go live together. Especially with the fact I'm going to be starting work next week. Did you letters from him all the time? What do you mean, Cheryl? Did you letters from him all the time you were with him? I don't know what you mean. How are you guys doing now, though? I'm personally doing wonderful.
Maybe she's asking you if he ever did he write letters to you every time he hit you?
Oh, okay.
Do you remember?
If that's the case, no, he did not. It sounds like that's probably what she meant, but no, he didn't, because he would just, the times where he felt sorry and everything, he would just verbally tell me. But because I wasn't there, and because he was out looking for me for several hours and he wasn't able to find me, he obviously wasn't able to tell me in person. So I guess in his mind, he thought, okay, I'll just leave the note in case she comes back and sees it. Because they left the gate open and everything. The officer said, okay, so what they had to do was, I've addressed how the gate was outside of the trailer, outside of the porch. Hi, Porcelain Lace. Hi, sweetie. And so I've addressed how that gate was, that was outside of the patio. That was the gate for the trailer. But up at the very through the long driveway, the big gate, the one that you needed the remote to get through, the one that had the spikes at the top, the one that was the most difficult to get through, the police were not able to get through that. So on the side, okay, I'm trying to explain. They had a they had a couple of feet of regular wire fencing, and then they had brick that had the spikes and everything, and then they had the gate. So the little part that had the regular metal fencing, they cut that, and the police walked through there, and that's how they were able to get through. So but they said that the actual gate for the trailer, that was open
Was open.
because, yeah. Thank you so much for sharing the live, sweetie. So that when they went to go and oh my God, thank you for sharing it so many times. Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh, here's a good question, Leanna. Was your husband okay with you helping me? I hope so. I didn't want to cause you any problems.
Yes, he was. He was actually. He was there for a few hours with me. Like I said, he was in his car.
Mm-hmm.
And then I told him that I was gonna take them to eat. He went home, and he waited for me there. Something that I want to mention, while she was getting her stuff, I was in there. I
Mm-hmm.
lived very close to the Denny's, and I went home and I told her that once she was there to call me or let me know that she was going to
Mm-hmm.
be there so I can pick her up from Denny's and take her to the airport, because that was the plan. So
Yeah, so I remember
but he
when
was fine.
they took me to go do everything. You went back to take a little nap, and when I got to the Denny's, the officer let me use their phone to call you. And then I remember I went to the restroom to go change into some sweats that I had, my sweats and my hoodie and some real shoes that I grabbed so I could get out of the tank top and basketball shorts and the flip flops. And but why couldn't the cops take you to there? They wouldn't. They didn't give me a reason. I know the airport was 45 minutes away. I know the last time the police helped me, the sheriff actually drove me to the airport. It wasn't an issue, but for some reason this night, I'm guessing maybe it was because they were so busy. Like I wasn't aware
Busy.
about, yeah, I
There
wasn't
was
aware of the fires that were going on.
Yeah, there
All
was
I knew was
fire.
that it was
Remember, guys,
busy.
I told you that they took forever, because usually they don't
Yeah.
take that long. They took a lot of hours, more than 24 hours.
I remember
Um,
you called them at 6 p.m. and they didn't arrive until 2 a.m. the next morning.
yeah. So it was like many hours. Plus, um, where the airport is, it's different counties as well.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. So, that's the reason why as well. There, where we were at and where the airport was, it's different counties.
Yeah.
Yes. By the time that my son was
13?
13,
Yeah.
13, he understands pretty much everything, and he sees a lot of
Did you
things.
tell him?
He
Did you
knew
tell
what
him
was
what
going
was
on.
going on?
Yeah, he knew. So I always try to tell him so he can realize how hard life is, and how
Mm-hmm.
many, like, there's bad people in the world as well as
Yeah.
good ones, and that he has a choice, and he understood everything, and he remembers everything. He always asking me, is she fine, how's she doing, and
Oh,
stuff.
oh. Send my love to him, please. He's such a sweetie and such a talented artist. I will not forget his art.
Yeah, he is.
And thank you, Assume Mom. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I appreciate that so much. Big hugs to you as well. Now, how did my angel feel when you dropped me off at the airport? God, that was emotional.
I honestly, um we got attached so much, even though we knew each other for a few hours.
Yes.
But I, there was a part of me that I'm like, don't go, but there was another part of me that, yes, you should go. I mean, you have to leave this environment and create a new life, a new purpose. And that was my comfort, that I knew she was gonna start from scratch. She was gonna start knew. I told her that if she if she felt that she was, dying for the situation she was living, that she was gonna relieve, like you're gonna live now, and
Mm-hmm.
that she deserved that opportunity to live, to fly, to become a different person, to conquer the world, if it's possible, that um to change um her story. One of the things that I did, do you remember what I asked you to do before you left?
You
Because
told me to help to do the same for somebody else, and I did.
so one of my requirements, because like Tatiana said, that they were trying to give me money for gas, for all this. I told them, no, I don't need it. You guys, she needs them more than I do. So, help her, I was telling her mom. But one of the requirements I asked her is that when she was strong enough, that she already, had the process, that she was now living, that she put that to the side, to the back, by leaving that situation, that her story, to tell it to other people and save somebody else's life, to continue that, to help anybody in need, because that is important for me. If I make a difference in one person, which I did, that's enough for me. One person, I changed her life
Mm-hmm.
for one person. And if you continue doing the same thing to another person, that's a legacy you're creating by starting just with one person, and then it becomes two people, and then three, and then four, and then you have now a whole legacy, um, of change, um, of love, because you have to remember, maybe many of you do believe in God, maybe you guys don't, but one of the requirements in the Bible says is love your brother like you love yourself, or love your enemy like you love yourself. But to be able to do that, you actually have to love somebody. You do have to love. So you have to show what you are, who you are. And no matter what the situation, just, love can conquer many things. And that's what I did. I didn't see, I didn't judge her. That's one point that's very important. You don't have to judge the person. You just go and help with love, with gratitude, because at the same time you're like, I am grateful that I'm not leaving that situation anymore. Because remember, I wasn't, my dad used to hit my mom, so I used to see that. And I'm like, no, I don't want this for her. If I didn't want it for myself, I don't want it for her. So, to have that attitude, to make a change, oh, that need to help, she's going through something I went through when I was a little kid, but she's going through it as my mom now. Like, if she, my mom's situation, I don't want that for her, because I saw my mom suffer so many years for that abusive dad, and that's the reason why uh, I helped her. So for me, it was important that, you know for her to continue with that legacy of changing people's life by telling her story, because um I know that we don't many people don't talk about this, and for me it's important, um because like we said, there's men that's being abused by their wife, and there's women being abused by their husbands, and the only people that are very affected when you have kids is your kids, and that's a problem. That's a problem, and um one of the problems we're dealing right now is because me and my brother, the second oldest one, he has depression and anxiety, and we're dealing with that, and it's not hard because he's still living in the past, and it's not easy to continue to forget, because he hasn't forgive my dad. I have, and that's the reason. That's another reasons to continue your life. You have to forgive, even though they did all this to you. We have to forgive those. Doesn't mean that you agree for the action. Doesn't mean, no. It's for your own sanity. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. Forgiveness is not for that other person in reality. It's for your own sanity, for you to continue with your life. And I
Absolutely.
feel my brother hasn't done that. And like I said, when you have kids that live in this situation like I did, my brother did, it can affect in the future. It could. So that's the reason why.
You hit so many things I want to respond to. Oh my God. Like first off, just like how you told me you wanted me to basically pay it forward and share my story, and as you see, I have been, and you are a big influence on that because you helped me, and I want to be able to help others. And I don't talk about it publicly, but I
Helping somebody, and anytime someone messages me, I'm there for them. I will do the best that I can to help them. And it really touched me when um not too long ago I was able to help a mother and her 4 children escape domestic violence. Oh, she did it cut her out? I think it cut her out. Ah, Leanna, if you're still there, if you send a guest request, come back. But uh oh, hold on. Ah, here she comes. Okay.
hey, she's coming back, you guys.
Here,
Oh,
yay! It cut me off. It took me out.
oh. But I was able to help a mother and her 4 children escape, and I literally I made phone calls. She was on the in a whole different area. I don't want to put her business out there, but I was making phone calls. I was helping to get information for her to help her get into safety. And because of me sharing my story, I've been able to inspire others to tell their story, inspire others who were still in the situations to leave and everything like that. And so it's honestly, it's been a miracle to be able to help others. And I know I haven't been able to help anyone the way that you helped me because I haven't been put in that situation yet. But I do what I can in my like the place that I'm at to help. And oh my God, I'm trying to I can't remember what else I wanted to comment on because my brain is like so foggy now because I'm just like I'm over here trying not to cry, like getting
Okay.
emotional and everything.
Uh, Yoli Rich 81. She's such a beautiful angel. Thank you. Uh,
She is.
Asuma. You are such a wonderful angel. Thank you for helping someone you didn't even know. You're welcome. It's just like I said, it's just an act of love and gratitude. Um, and you know, I don't, I didn't ask for anything. I just, like I said, the only requirement I had is for her to what I did to help her, that she would do the same to somebody else in need. And
Yeah.
I, that's my advice to any of you, that if you want, um, if you want to help somebody, you know, do it with love, do it with respect, supporting them in their situation, no matter what, with nothing that you're gonna get for, I never asked for anything, so I did it because of my heart, and it was the right thing to do. I would do it
Yeah.
again million times for anybody else in need.
I remember what I was
uh,
gonna say. I remember when I got to the church, I was embarrassed because I looked like a mess and everything that I had gone through. Because I remember you saying you weren't judging. No, you did not. You absolutely did not. And I remember being so embarrassed telling you, and I don't know who all the other people were, obviously, but telling everyone what was going on, and all of you convinced, like telling me you need to leave. And I remember at first, I wasn't even sure I was going to completely leave. I was like, I need to. I was like, I can't go back because if I go back, my punishment will be so, so bad. I left. I have to continue this. I was so scared. And I remember you didn't judge me. You didn't make me feel bad. You didn't anything. You and everyone else, you were all just so supportive and loving and were there to comfort me. I remember even though the church was closing, you guys didn't rush me out. You guys were just literally, you were there with me to help me and guide me through all of this. And you guys showed me like the ultimate love, especially to a complete stranger.
Yeah. Cheryl said, "Can your brother get help?" He's been having help. Um, I can say that it's been rough. Um, but he is getting help, thanks to God. And like I said, my mom is always there to support us. She's my big influence, my big support. Um, you know, so he's doing good now. We always try to get him through the anxiety and through that depression out, and try to make him happy, laugh. Another thing that's holding him is his daughter, my niece. So there's different factors, but domestic violence does can hurt your child.
Absolutely.
Um, yes.
And
Jessica said, "That's awesome. God has a purpose for everyone." Yes, I do believe everybody
absolutely.
has a purpose in this world, and like I said, everything is by choice. You decide kind of person you want to become. No one is perfect, but it's you decide who do you want to become, who do you want to be, uh, what actions you want to take.
Mm-hmm.
For And then she wrote, "That's the hard part, is not to go back to that situation."
Yes, absolutely. I feel like the most difficult part was to leave. Out of everything, that was the hardest and scariest part because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's waiting for you. You don't know what's out there. You don't like there's so many different things that you don't know what's going on, and the unknown can be scary. But yeah, it depending on what part you are at within the situation, it can be hard to not go back if you are still stuck in that mental manipulation, that little trap that the narcissists like to play. When I found your page, I
Yeah.
watched literally every post you made on it. So proud. Oh my God, Courtney, thank you. I appreciate that's a lot of videos and a lot of time. I appreciate that support. And hello,
And
Royal
then
Flush.
Cheryl 27 asked, "Is your angel going to be in your book?" Am I going to be in your book?
Of course. I like I'm gonna be my book is going to be all about um it's going to be from the beginning of when I met my ex all the way to I feel like I would end it when I met my family at the airport, like there. So it's literally just about all the everything I went through the relationship, and then of course my freedom day. And you were a huge part of my freedom day. So of course, just I was gonna wait to talk to you about it because I don't know if you'll let me use your real name or if I'm just gonna call you my angel, you know. Gotta discuss things. But of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
absolutely. Let's see. I don't know where you live, but I'm in Arkansas. If you ever through here, I'd be happy to buy your lunch. Is that to me or Leanna? You know, because I'm certain at some point we need to do a road trip.
Right. Yeah.
I watch every video in my heart. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that you guys actually watch my videos and help my voice be heard. That's the big thing. Like that means a lot to me. Was this your
Oh,
first abusive relationship? No. It was just the first one that escalated
yeah.
like that. I've been abused before, like in other situations. I had an ex-boyfriend who was very controlling and he had a huge temper. And the night that I broke up with him, he had yelled and screamed at me. So I yelled back and he climbed on top of me, had a fist like this, put it to my throat, and I blacked out. I said, trigger warning. I feel like all my lives should all automatically have a trigger warning because you guys know what I talk about. But yeah, so it was not the first abusive one. It was just the first to that extent because I would not tolerate that behavior before, but this one I was already in too deep and the threats were too big.
He had
Thank
control
you,
of me.
Crazy Face. And Aria, thank you very much. I'm glad you're here as well. When will your book be out? I have no idea because I haven't even written it yet. I wrote at the end of 2019, shortly after my Freedom Day, I did start writing a book. It was before I even did TikTok, before I YouTube, everything. It was originally I need to write a book. And I wrote a paragraph, but anytime I wanted to continue my book, I didn't have that file, that computer file, and I had lost it. Well, I recently found it again, thanks to my mom, but I feel like I need to go a different direction than what I was originally planning. So at for me, I used to be a writer when I was a kid, and things happened to where it's been very difficult for me to write anytime in my life. I used to write poetry, short stories, things like that. So writing for me is difficult now. So I don't know when. I honestly I haven't even started on this new way I want to go about it. I have a title, but I don't have it started yet. But it is my goal to at least have a good part of it done throughout 2022. Good Lord, saying out loud, 2022. But I have no idea. But of course, like once I get things rolling with it, I will keep you guys updated doing videos and stuff like that. Thank you for the follows and the roses. Will it be free or for sale? It will be for sale, but it's not going to be crazy. As of right now, I'm thinking of just doing the self-publishing on Amazon. And the only reason why it's going to be for sale is because I'm going to be putting hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of my time into writing it. Like I already put a lot of hours into work on my TikTok to where and responding to comments. Like there are times I've literally spent 8 hours in one day responding to comments and messages and things like that. And so the book will end up being for sale just because I have the time I'm taking for it. And I'm trying to brainstorm. It's just trying to figure out how to go about everything because as you know, Cheryl, you're one of my biggest followers. Like I know you've seen a lot of my videos. I don't cuss in my videos. So but I'm like how to what extent do I go in my book? Do I say like do I say things how exactly they were said to and I'm still trying to figure out timelines for things because 2017 2018 are still kind of like mushed for me where I don't know certain things that happen. Like my dad died. I can't remember when my dad died. I can't get a hold of I'm not part of his side of the family, things like that. And I want to get things as accurate as possible for this book.
Yeah.
Like but
because the story
appreciate
begins from when your dad was still alive, right?
in a sense because I mean he is part of it because when me and my ex first started dating, my dad had just recently been put into a home. The state had taken him, and my ex was going to take me to go see my dad because my car couldn't survive the drive. But so yeah, it was there, but I don't remember exactly. I remember the day he passed, but I don't remember the year. And even I went to Walmart today to get vaccinated, and I was talking to the pharmacist because the pharmacy that I used when I was in California, that's the most I talk about where location was. I talked to them. I said, can you see in the system back when I was on this medication? Because I talked in other videos, I was taking 2 medications for migraines and I was on birth control. And that if I was able to see that timeline, that would have helped. But they can't see that far back. So I'm like, man, so I'm trying to work on the timeline to get the details, to get brainstorming and all that.
You get migraines too? Me too.
But yeah, my Angel is definitely gonna be in my book because she's such a huge part of it. She basically helped make my Freedom Day. Go with the true version. Yes, it will cause memory. Oh my God, yes, Jessica. Trauma will cause memory loss. That is so true. It's like there are things that come back to me and I'm like, I didn't even remember that. Like it randomly comes and it's difficult. Hello, Busty Beauty. Leanna, you're amazing. Thank you for saving her from Charissa. Charissa, I'm sorry, sweetie. I don't know how to say your name properly. I don't want to butcher your name. But go with the true version. So I'll go with the true version. If that's what you guys want, that's what I'm going to give you. Carissa, yep. Okay. So I thought, yay, I'm glad. I don't remember Carissa, a lot of my childhood. Okay.
It's cold where I live.
What are you doing?
I was looking for my kid, but I don't know where he's at. I think he's somewhere in the store, but it's fine. I'll just text him and I'm like, let's go home.
But I know it's getting late for you. I know I had only scheduled this till 12. Do you guys have any more questions for Leanna? Because I know she's gonna have to be driving. 10,000 words in 10 days, that's a lot. The DV survivor as well. I'm very proud of you, Carissa, for getting out and being a survivor. I know that is that's amazing.
I mean, we don't have to go yet. We're barely starting. What are you talking about?
Good. Okay, good. I didn't want to take up so much of your time because I know you have a family. So
just for safety purposes, I don't want to say where I live, but I live close to the mountains, so it's cold. I live in the state of California. That's all I can say.
Even still, like in the desert part, it would get cold at night. An audiobook. Oh, okay. So you know what? I'll do a physical and audio book. That would be interesting. Yeah, that was always something that blew my mind about California because I had always thought, oh, it's hot all the time. That's what everybody, makes it seem. Everyone makes it seem like, oh, it's always hot and nice out. So when it would get cold, I'd be like, what in the world? 180 miles per hour winds. Oh my God. I hope you're safe.
I want to show you guys something.
Yes,
look,
let's see.
What my car's telling me. Look, how many degrees? 37 with snow.
Oh my God.
You guys see it? I'll show you guys. See?
That
37
is crazy.
With snow. So it's freezing.
I remember I would see the mountains and see the snow and I'd be like, what, snow in California? But like I've never actually seen snow in California.
Yes, I can tell. Yesterday it was a rainy day here in California and it snowed. The mountains are full with snow. I can tell you that. And that's why it's freezing out here.
That is crazy. Oh my God. We have people from all over here. We get hot during the summer, cold during the winter. Cold in Florida.
Oh, we have somebody from California, Royal Flush. Hi, Royal Flush. I'm from California too.
Oh my goodness. But hold on. You had to put rocks in your shoes? Busty? Like actual rocks in your shoes? Like underneath your feet? Please explain because I'm just what? Oh, girl, I'm so gullible. Like when someone tells me something, I believe it.
Oh, they were joking?
Yeah. I'm okay. Over here thinking like, what? Y'all laugh.
Cheryl used to live in Glendale. Okay.
71 with a chance of storms? Where are you? I want to go there. So, 71.
At 71, it's a good.
I'll take the storm
right now.
I used to put stones on my fireplace and then in my pocket for. Oh my God! Like Okay, that sounds smart but scary and dangerous at the same time. Heated socks are a thing.
If
What?
Royal sent me, Leanna, do you know where Ojai is? Am I pronouncing it right? Ojai?
I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine,
No.
girl.
Um, give me a heads up exactly where it is.
Thank you for the follows. Oh, hi. That's how, oh, hi. So I guess it's Spanish. Oh, hi.
Ojai? I don't think so.
I'm gonna Google where that is. Oh, hi, California. 'Cause I have no idea. Well, actually, I'm gonna go on Google Maps.
Hot Springs, Arizona. Sun high is 40 and low is 20. Nice. Yeah. The city. Uh, the near city is like 30 minutes away from where I live. I live in a small town and it's close to the mountains. And when I go to the actual city, um, it's like 10 degrees higher. So if right now it's 37, maybe over there it's in the 40s or 50s. But here where I live, it's 37.
Oh, okay. Ojai is like way north of like Ventura.
Oh, okay.
That's according
It's
to,
Ventura County.
yeah, so it's like there.
Yeah, it's Ventura County. But it's a new city. I have never heard it.
There's so many cities on here I never even heard of.
Sacramento.
Carpentaria?
Okay.
I'm over here on Google Maps now. Did you both finish your Christmas shopping? I did. Well, for the most part, I didn't have a lot of money since I just lost my job in my car, but I had a little bit. But yeah, I have. People are getting very small gifts.
Um, myself, the only person I have given, well, I had to give his gift earlier. It was my son. Um, I still have to shop for my husband, my mom, my stepdad, my dad, my grandma. I still have a little bit of shopping. I just haven't done it because I've been working for the past 2 weeks, nonstop Monday through Sunday, because I am covering other people's shifts, uh, for health issues, and so I haven't been able. But hopefully, on Friday I can go and do the shopping. Um, right now I went to a Ross and it's
Ooh.
packed. There's a lot of
Oh
people.
God, I can't
So
imagine, but
I'm
I love
like,
it.
peace out. I'm leaving. That's why
I don't
I'm
know.
right back to the car. Never mind. But I've
I
been
don't
doing.
know.
We're hosting Christmas at my mom's, and I'm the one in charge with the decor, for the tables and everything. So I went to shopping today for that, to have everything ready. Plates, um, wine cups or water cups or whatever. I was shopping for all that.
You're gonna make it
Um,
fancy, but
Cheryl, is that for Tatiana or for me?
let's see when. See, not too long ago, I saw my mom, but I
Oh,
will
both.
say, there is going to be a surprise soon. So I'm not gonna say what it is, but I'll just say that it involves my mom. So I'll put that there. And thank you
For
so much,
me, I'm
Carissa.
always in connection with my mom. I'm always every day I call her and we talk. She actually told me, "Are you coming tonight? Are you gonna come see me?" I'm like, no, I'll go see you Friday. She's like, "What? That's too far." It's literally 2 days from now, but we do have a deep connection. So yeah. So Royal Flush is Ventura County. Sorry, county. Yeah.
Go ahead, Busty, if you would like. And hello, Kaden. Que pasa Mufasa to everyone joining. For those who are new, this is Leanna. This is my angel for my Freedom Day.
Hi guys.
You guys helped make this live possible by getting her 1,000 followers. I appreciate that so much. So, hey, everybody. Leanna's taking questions as well. If you guys have any questions about my Freedom Day from her point of view or what she did or anything like that, or even about her, that she will answer. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. That's one
Oh,
of my
thank
favorites
you.
too, because it was such a big thing that like still to this day it's hard to believe like all that really happened. And it's like, wow.
I just want to say to us, Asu moms, is am I saying it correctly? Asu moms. My sister name was Leana. I always have liked people having my name because it's a unique name. I remember growing up, I was the only one in school that had that name. And I was named after my aunts from my dad's side. Um, so I'm very glad I got that name, and plus the meaning of it means beautiful woman.
Well, it's very true. It's very fitting.
So that's why I'm very grateful for my name. So
Right. Well, very nice to meet you, Tanya.
oh, Tanya, okay. Nice to meet you, Tanya. I try to pronounce the name of the what is this? Assumes moms, but
Yeah, the username. I do the same thing. I
yeah, the
try and
username.
remember.
There you go. I'm losing words here.
Girl, you know how I am. I'm always like that. And everyone who watches my lives know I'm like that too. I'm sorry for your loss, Tanya.
Yes, I'm sorry too.
Cheryl, are you a little woman? Like, are you or little? It means little women. So would you say you're a little woman? Positive affirmation. I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. Oh, that is very
Pray for
nice.
that.
Yes, absolutely. Commit to love and joy every day.
She says she likes crazy username.
5'5" and you're taller than me. You're not a little woman.
I'm a little woman. I'm like 5'3". My son is so tall. I think he's about to be 6 feet tall, and
He's
I'm five
grown so
three.
much. Oh my God. I'm 5'4". Everyone here is like off by an inch. I gotta go, but I love you guys. Stay positive. Well, Merry Christmas to you. Hope your
Merry
Christmas is
Christmas.
wonderful. Love you too. Thank you for joining.
Oh, I think they're
Curate
speaking to you.
my email. I curate P. I cure. I curate. I curate P. I curate
I
up.
curve you up. 8 up.
I curate up. What?
I curl 8 up.
Okay, this is gonna be the puzzle. My real name means little doll in Spanish, so I know muñeca does not mean doll. Muñeca.
Yeah, muñeca.
So little muñequita. Muñequita.
Muñequita means like
Monica.
small.
Yeah, see, I knew a little bit. Yeah, I would have. I see. It would have taken me so long to actually put the connections together that like the English version was Monica. I'm like, woo. But that I never really thought of it like that. That's a really beautiful name and meaning for it. Let's see. It stands for
Monica.
I see you are 8 up. I see you're 8 up. I feel like that has another meaning. It's like so over me. Okay, I ended up taking a 3.5 hour nap earlier today to make sure I could be up for this because my sleep's got like normally I'm up late at night, but I recently changed my schedule to back to I'm normally going to sleep around this time. So I napped to make sure I could be up right now. So I'm just like
For me, it's a good time still. It's not too late for me. Cheryl, how tall is your mom? Okay, if you're asking both of us, my mom is 5'6", so she's even taller than me. The reason why I'm short is because my grandma, my dad's mom, she's 4'8". So I feel like I
what?
got to the average point.
Oh my goodness. My mom I my memory's so bad I can't even think like how tall my mom is. I know she's somewhere around me. Oh God, I'm horrible. I'll get back to you on that. Yes, making ramen. I love my
Yeah.
late night ramen and goldfish. Like people are ate up with stupidity or oh, that's what I was thinking. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's clever. You got me. I was named after an 80s
Although
General
funny
Hospital star.
stories, I was named after an 80s general hospital star.
Oh my God. Well, I mean
That's a
that
good
like
one.
makes it, yeah, you can be like, you know what? I'm a celebrity.
Yep.
Okay, Carissa, where sharing is caring. Like I love Tostitos and salsa and Yoo-hoo. Thank
Send them
you,
over
Mom.
here, please, por favor.
Yes, right? My fiance is 6'2". He is way taller than me. Like when he hugs me, he can put his chin right on my head. Yes. Okay, that's it, Leanna. We're partying. We're going to Carissa. We're getting some Tostitos and Yoo-hoos.
Yep.
You know
Let's
what? I have
go.
some I have some taquitos in the freezer. I'm gonna bring the taquitos. Dog, I just tell
Funny.
people
She's like, I just tell people it fits because I'm quite dramatic. Laughing.
that's hilarious. Oh my God, I love it.
I feel that every person is dramatic. I'm dramatic as well.
You know what? Look, Monica, are you Latina? Because me and Leanna, we're Latina, so that explains why we're dramatic. We both know that.
Yeah.
Do
Cheryl,
you
who
drink?
are you asking if we drink? Do you drink?
I I
Do
I
you drink?
used I used to. I really don't. I mean, I used to before, but I don't anymore. But I'm not like against it. I'll have one every once in a while, depending on where I'm at, but I'm not big on it. I'll pass on the menudo. No, thank you. Appreciate the thought though. Full-blooded Scottish. Oh my
Um,
goodness. Do you
I
dance?
don't. I don't drink, but the only thing I do drink sometimes would be a little bit of wine. Just depend on the food. If I eat Italian food, then I'll have to drink a little bit
Hmm,
because I'm not too much of a drinker. I just like the sweet
yeah,
type of wine, so less alcohol. So
yeah.
five
It's
percent or
rare.
less is fine with me.
See, the question is not do you dance, it's can you dance? Because I can dance, but it's not considered dancing. See, the sad thing is I'm half Cuban, but I have no rhythm whatsoever. And this was something my family made fun of me all the time growing up. Like, because I was raised with my white fam, like my mom's white and my dad was Cuban. And my mom and my half sister for my mom, they're white as white can be, and they can dance. But here I am, I'm the Latina of the family, and I can't dance to save my life whatsoever. Can you can you save on your
Um,
video?
the last time I drank was like drinking. It was before I became Christian, so it was like when I was 22, maybe. I think that was the
God,
last time.
last time I drank, it was sometime. It was last Thanksgiving last year. Thanksgiving last year. I
I
had.
went to look for you. Where were you?
You went inside?
Yeah, but I saw a lot of people, so I'm like, I'm out.
What do you mean? Can you save on your videos? You
Can
can
you
save my
save on?
videos. You should be able to. I always turn that feature on so you can save my videos if you want to. October for my
birthday while in Vegas. I'm
I
pretty
was
sure
I
you
was
were
born in
wild that
Vegas.
day.
I'm a Vegas baby. And happy
Can
belated
the three
birthday.
of
Can the
us
three of us
just
be
be
friends?
friends? Of course.
Totally. Here's I'm actually gonna go follow you right now.
Same.
Dance on my videos.
Dance on your videos.
I will do it just for you. I will do that. I'll start doing some dancing videos. Dear God. Brace
I want to
yourself.
see that. I'll be like, yay, go girl.
I'm pretty sure they would go viral for all the wrong reasons.
That would be funny.
Okay, I'll start doing some
I'm
dancing videos.
100% supporting you, so don't worry. I'll be, backing you up.
Thank you. I
Dance
appreciate
with your dog.
That's so hard. She's camera shy. I keep trying to get her to like join in with me, but she never wants to. What was I doing on here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna follow you. Dance with my fur babe. Okay, I'll see if I can ever get her. I don't do full length videos, but I guess I should start. I guess
I don't do videos at all.
you should start. I mean, hey, you got the followers now.
I mean, it's because I don't know what content's like. What? Tell me, everyone. What would you like to see from me?
Yes, let's help her so she can start making some. Okay, I just followed
my
you,
son's like,
Carissa.
Mom.
Okay, so I need to dance with my fur baby. I need to do some crazy white girl dancing over here. Oh, Lordy. Anything and everything. You're hosting an
That's
event?
good.
I hope you're able to raise a lot of money for her and help her out. That's very sweet of you that you're going to help her like that.
Send me the info. I if I can help in some way, I can
Yes.
help you. Just send me the info.
Your angel can dance on your screen at the same time. That's it. Now you're in on it. We got to dance. The 18th on TikTok. All right. Let's see what do you have like an event set up on your page?
When is the 18th?
Saturday.
At what time? Because I work
see.
Saturday.
I'm trying to pull up her page right now on my other phone. I'm typing it in.
Okay.
7 p.m. What? I don't know what time that.
Which area?
Oh, okay. So for me, it would be 9. So for you, it would be 6.
For me?
Yeah, it would be 6 o'clock p.m. your time.
Okay, I'll be home already.
I'll send you her page.
Cheryl, Angel, what kind of work do you do? I'm a caregiver. I take care of the older people.
I'm trying to find you. Why aren't you showing up? There we go. Okay, I think I did
Thank
that
you.
I think I sent that. I think I did there. I sent you Busty Beauty's profile, and on there it'll say live event. Wait. Oh,
Hey, any job any honest job is a good job. So I'm very grateful. I've been doing a little bit here, a little bit there.
I got my ticket.
But I'm very blessed.
Can Leana cook?
Okay.
Can you cook?
Yes, I can cook. I cook deliciously. I know I'm Honduran descent, but I do cook Mexican. My husband's Mexican, so I do cook Mexican and Honduran and white because born and raised in California. So
I would love to try all of it.
Right? So I know how to cook American style, a little bit of Italian style, Mexican, Honduran. I try.
Oh man, whenever we meet, I'm gonna have to get you to like make something Honduran. I've never had anything Honduran before. I'd like to try that.
Yeah.
What would be like a Honduran specialty?
Uh, it's called baleadas. It's like it's flour tortilla handmade. So I have to like make it,
Hmm.
and then you can put it's like a flour taco because you can put fried beans in it, and then cheese, and then if you want meat or eggs, you can put it in on top. It's really good.
Oh God, that sounds good. Both of you can have your own cooking class. I can't cook. So we can there's a couple of things I can cook, but when I was with my ex, I was on we only ate a couple of meals, the same meals for the 3.5 years. So when his mom started letting me cook, I had to cook the way she cooked. So everything, it was just a bunch of oil poured in the pan and then the meat, and it was literally chicken with rice every day. I was able to switch it up a little bit here and there, but I wasn't allowed to cook the way that I wanted to, so I forgot how to cook. So there's a couple of things that I remember how to cook, but I actually hate cooking. So ever since all that ended, I really don't cook. And when me and my fiance were living together, he's actually a certified chef. So he does the cooking. So because he knows I can't cook. So I lucked out with that and I got a chef.
Um, as
We can do cooking with coffee.
it's she,
That's
I
my
can cook
kitchen.
3 or 4 meals.
Yes, I'm right there
I
with
I,
you.
I cook. I learned to cook when I was when I was a little girl because when my mom decided to leave my dad, um, she was a single mom and I had to help her take care of my brothers. So she would after school I would go home with my brothers, take care of them, cook, help her cook, or I would do the cooking before she got home.
Hmm.
Um, so since I have so many years, I do cook and I love cooking sometimes, but I just don't. Sometimes I hate it.
I'm right there with you. I understand that. I mean, I
I
don't
like
like.
the cooking part, not the cleaning part, but I rather do the cleaning part than the cooking part.
I'd rather do the eating part. Just straight up. Like, okay, if I cook for somebody, it means, I really care about you or like either I'm being forced to cook, but if I'm willingly cooking for you, it means I care for you. And I'm one of those people that will awkwardly stare at you while you take your first bite because I'm dying to see if you like it. Because the whole time my anxiety is going to be like, oh my God, is it good? Do you like it? Is it good? Because if I'm cooking for you, I'm hoping you enjoy it. I hope it comes out well. Like I really do try, even though a lot of the times it comes out bad. But I try.
uh, Carissa says I was forced to give my paycheck to my ex while he made more money. I told I for
Mm-mm.
Latinas here, I told my husband, my money's my money, your money's my money. I work because I don't have more kids. I don't have little ones, so I don't have to be home raising my little ones because my son is already 15. So if I'm home, I'll be bored doing nothing because I do the cleaning and the cooking in 2 hours because I
Oh,
like to work fast. So I
yeah.
work not because I have to, because I want to, and I like to work. I like to buy my own stuff. I like to spoil
Hmm.
myself and my son. I don't need
Yes.
to work, but I do it because, like I said, I would be bored already by doing
I
nothing.
I'm right there with you. I get that totally.
So,
All these comments are coming in
um,
so fast.
I wouldn't give my paycheck to my husband. Sorry.
No, that's financial abuse right there, and
Yeah,
that is not okay. That
I
was
feel
something
that.
that my ex did as well. When we first met, I worked at Taco Bell for a short while, and he didn't make me give my checks to him, but he controlled my food stamps. He would decide how they were spent. He decided how my money was spent. I ended up getting 800 and something dollars from my dad's care, and he decided how it was going to be spent. He made me buy us engagement rings and say we were engaged, even though neither of us proposed, and I certainly did not want to be married to him. But he literally decided how all the money was spent, even when I was working. And thank you for
Yeah,
all.
I believe that same thing. I mean, mine is mine, his is his. But when I remember, he makes more money than I do. Men usually makes more money than women. Um, I buy things like for my son mostly because my husband is not my son's dad, so I have to provide for my kid. And but my husband does help me in certain ways. When I don't have enough money, he will give me gas money so I can go to work. Money for food, all the necessary things that I need. He will provide. So um, I don't see a problem with money with him. And then when he needs something and I have money saved up, of course I will help.
Yeah. Let's see, he blew his money on stuff and he used mine for food. That's not right at all.
Yeah,
That's
that's being
ridiculous.
abusive. I was just joking about the part that mine is mine and his is mine. It's just a joke, okay? um
I'm making only $250 a week. That's
Cheryl
already
was
not a
like, I
lot.
went on strike for 5 years, but my grown kids said that they hated my meals.
Then make them cook.
Exactly. You know
Yeah.
something? For many years, I was for the first, I think I was single for many years when my son was little, and I think for 5 or 6 years. Yeah, 6 years, because I got married when my son was 6. Um, I was a single mom, and I always teach my son to be independent, and he cooks pretty good.
Oh, wow.
So, um, I don't have to cook for him. If he's hungry, he will go and do something for himself.
Oh, so it makes it easier for you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Because
good.
remember, I'm always working or doing
Mm-hmm.
something. It doesn't mean that I don't cook for him. I do sometimes, but when I'm very tired or I had a rough day at work or something, he will help me and he will cook for himself. I'm
Yeah,
like, I
I
don't
know
need to eat.
you're
Yeah.
always busy. And thank you for the follow, Annie.
Assume mom
But
it agrees with you, just eating part. you were you
that's
you
the
you
best
you know
part. That's the
yeah, the
best.
eating part.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. That is my favorite part
And
when it
then
comes
she
to any
wrote she was
cooking.
the baby, she didn't do much. That's so true. When you're the oldest one, I feel that um for me it was more difficult because I'm the oldest one, and um first generation, born in the US from two Spanish speaking parents. For me it was a rough time. So for many things, including learning English,
Yeah,
because even though
I
I
was
was,
going to ask about that. If
yeah.
your parents were Spanish speaking, how did you go about learning English?
um I learned English when I was in 6th grade because back in the days, they have the bilingual classes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so most of my teachers were bilingual. I mean, they were Hispanic and they would speak English and Spanish, and they knew that I couldn't speak English, so they would communicate with me in Spanish. Um, because I wasn't like, I only watched Spanish TV. My brothers would watch English TV. I didn't understand it, so I didn't know how, you know. And then
Mm-hmm.
I forced myself to learn it because in 6th grade, you have multiple teachers, different periods.
Yeah.
I had a no offense to anybody, I had a white teacher. She was white. Um, and so she couldn't communicate with me. I couldn't communicate with her. So I my friends would help me translate, but I forced myself to learn it, and that's the reason why. Because after 6th grade, I had mixed like race type of teachers. Some were white, some were, different type of teachers. So I had to learn how to speak English. But my English is not perfect. I don't want to fool you guys. There's things that I still can't pronounce.
Did the audio go? Oh Lordy. Are you still I'm trying to see what all I can do on here during the live. So I'm trying to, see if I can share it, and I don't know if the live is still on. I don't know if I did. It's so good. Oh, thank God.
Okay, as soon mom said, for sure. I always joke I must have missed that day my mom was teaching how to cook and clean, laughing out loud.
I can't relate to you guys because even though I have siblings, all my siblings are half. So with my mom, I have an older half sister, and from my dad, I have an older half brother, two sisters, and an unknown brother out there. But I was raised basically as an only child. Like my sister would come in and out visiting stuff, but at home I was the only kid. So I don't know what you guys had to go through having to take care of other siblings and having to cook and care for them.
I'm sorry, Azum, mom.
Youngest
She's
is
saying
sick.
that she.
Oh my
she's the
goodness, I'm
youngest
so
and she loves.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so
I'm
sorry
the
for
oldest
you.
one of. From my mom's side, it's from my mom and dad. It's me, the oldest one, and two brothers. So I'm the only girl.
Oh my
I wasn't
goodness.
spoiled. So, and then from my dad's side, it's the three of us and three little sisters. Well, they're not little.
Wow.
Go to Target.
Go.
Can we go home? Okay.
Go.
No, because I have to walk all the way back over
Oh,
here.
you want me to?
Yeah.
Drive that way?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll drive you to Target. Target.
Tarjay, I gotta say it all fancy. Tarjay.
Target. Yep.
He's trying to go do some shopping.
You want money?
He's like, wait, what money?
Window shopping, the best time. Having a really hard time, my brother. I'm so sorry, sweetie.
Yeah, same here. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you because I haven't lost anyone, but I can tell you that things will get better. It's hard. It's gonna be hard because it's a loved one that you loved and it's close to you. But
Oh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine how hard that was. And don't say just like a fool. Like no one knows what you're going through. So it's not like busting out crying like a fool. Like that's a completely normal response. I'm sorry for the loss of your father as well. That's
same here.
never. And thank you for the follow, Donna. And hello, innocent and user 095 other numbers.
I agree with Cheryl. It's okay to feel that way.
Yes, absolutely. However you feel, that is the appropriate response.
Yes, it's a process. Remember, any situation that it's hurting, it's always a process to heal. It's not easy. It doesn't take a day or two. It takes time.
Yes. And hello, Debbie, gorgeous. Thank
and a
you.
heart to you.
And Robbie, yes, it is my Angel Leana. This is my angel for my Freedom Day. Thank you, Carissa, for helping. I'm trying to go through all the comments. But yes, you guys, this is for those who are new. This right here on the screen, this is Leanna, my angel from the Freedom Day. She's the one who was at the church, who helped. She's the one who called the police. She's the one who stayed with me. She's the one who was there with me the whole time, got me food, drove me to the airport, who mailed me my stuff, who has been there this entire time. Thank you for sharing the live.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Chris. Hi, my
Robbie.
name is Robbie. I'm just now getting to know this beautiful lady, and thank you for helping her. Oh, thank you, Robbie. That's
Oh,
sweet of
thank
you.
you. Thank you,
How long?
Robbie.
Okay. I'll. How long have you both had your driver's license? How long have you had your license, Lena? And then I'll answer.
I think that was 21 because I couldn't pass the freaking written test.
Oh no. Oh, I have something
Remember,
funny with that.
because I have a remember the my English is not perfect, so I get when I'm reading something, I might not understand some stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
the only way I passed it because I told them, I've been here a million times. I'm making you guys rich by not passing this exam, so I need the audio, the one that you listen and you respond. That's the one
Uh-huh.
that's how I passed it.
Oh my, I didn't even know they had an audio test.
Yeah, that's how I passed it with the audio.
Wow. Well, I'm 31 and a half, and I got my license when I was 17, a couple months before I turned 18. So it was February 2008 that I got my license. So I've been licensed for a very long time, and I remember the I will never forget the DMV saying this to me after I had left California and I got to my freedom with my mom and everything. I had to get a new driver's license. I almost failed the written, and the woman was like, "Have you ever been licensed before?" And I said, "Yeah, I've been licensed since so and so." And I said, "Here's my license." And she's like, "How are you not passing?" And it's like the wording on the written is so confusing. They get you. Like I remember one question I got wrong. It was about a blind person, and if they have a cane
Mm-hmm.
and everything, do you let them go? And or like what do you do? I I remember the questions on there. I could have sworn that you're supposed to let the blind person go as long as the light is red. You're supposed to let them know that it's safe to go, and you let them go first rather than like going. But apparently I got that wrong, and they didn't even tell me what the right answer was. And I'm like, well, if there's a blind person right there on the side of the curb, I'm not gonna just drive. I'm not gonna, risk anything happening. But let's see,
Yeah,
having a tough
I took it in English and Spanish, and I couldn't pass either one. So I'm like, I think my mind was already frustrated for not passing it for many times. So I just told them, you know what, I just need the audio test, and I passed it like that. In my driven test, I passed it with, I think I got only like -3 points. So I passed it on the first try. How you both learned how to drive? Well, I learned at the age of 14. My uncle taught me how to drive because he was getting deported, and uh since my grandma was older, she needed me to take her like to the store because back then things were far away, and it wasn't easy to take her to, like, walk to the store or anything like that. So it was a must to drive. So that's the reason
yeah.
why
Before I answer
he
that,
taught me how to drive.
Debbie, having a tough evening. Then I scroll across your page and remember how much you've been through. Sweetie, I hope your evening has gotten better. And the one thing that I think of is you don't want to ever compare what one person's gone through versus another because everyone handles everything differently. But if it,
Differently,
if it
yeah.
helps you, then I am truly honored that it's able to help you. But just I pray that
Go up and
anything
get
that
clothes at
you're going
10.
through gets
Ajá,
better.
no te lo pierdas,
And
no,
just
what's
remember that you're tough for being here. You woke up, and that's the hardest thing you
¿Cuánto
can
ya?
do
¿Quién te
every
mandó
day.
dinero?
How much you send
So
us
I'm
ten
proud of you
dollars to
for
get
that.
that?
¿Y cuánto fue?
And hearts to you, Riley. And Donna, she really sorry. I feel a sneeze coming on. And hello, Danny. And the way that I learned to drive, I was 15 and I had my high school boyfriend who was actually a street racer, which is bad. Don't street race. But so he taught me how to drive
I
in
think
his
any
Toyota.
teenager will do that.
Yeah, yeah. He was a part of a car club and everything, so every Wednesday night was like Fast and the Furious for us. We'd go meet up in the the grocery store parking lot, and you had all the cars and everything. And but he taught me how to drive his Toyota Corolla S with a stage 3 racing clutch. It was a stick shift. So he taught me, he gave me a couple of lessons, but when I got my license, interesting thing about that was I was, at that time I had already graduated high school, and I was living in North Carolina with my fiance at that time, who was a Marine, who I ended up marrying, and he was getting ready to deploy to Iraq. So I was going to be living by myself for 7 months, and I needed my license. So while he went to California for a month for Iraq training, I went to stay with my mom for a month and get my license and everything. So she was in Maryland at the time. So I went with her, and I went through driver's ed, and I drove as much as I could while I was there, but I had to basically just wing it, just pray like everything worked out. But that was oh God, that was bad. But I mean, I passed it.
I
But
wanna
hmm?
I wanna say something. Danny said, "I am finally divorced." Yay! Sorry
Yay!
if I'm laughing, but that was funny. Yay!
And that must mean it's a good thing. So I'm proud of you.
And then she wrote, "I learned to drive on my own. My roommate was pregnant, and I learned quickly." I can't imagine how stressful
Oh
and
my
funny
God,
the situation
yes.
was.
We all have the need for speed. Okay, so here's the thing. I cannot drive a stick shift car. Okay, I'll tell you. In 2008 or 2007, what was it, 2000? No, it was 2008. Okay, when my husband at the time was in Iraq, I had a 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse, which was a stick shift, which is my dream car. And I swear, this was back with CD players. So I had on this hip hop rap mix, and it had like Busta Rhymes and Ludacris and everything. And I'd play that, and I swear, like, I would catch myself speeding without knowing, very, very frequently. And like, even later when I had that car still and I was going to work, like, man, you have the right car and the right music, especially when you have like "Move" B from Ludacris on. I'm sitting there driving. I'm just like, "Move, get out the way, get out the way," as I'm sitting there shifting. It was bad. That's why I can't drive a stick shift, because all of a sudden in my head it's like Fast and Furious. Like it's bad.
You want to know a fun fact that happened to me recently?
What?
So I remember I told you I recently bought a car, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I bought the car on Saturday. For many years, I haven't got an accident or a ticket. So I bought the car on Saturday, and then on Monday I was going to work, and guess what? I got a ticket for speeding. And I wasn't literally not. I was not speeding. Maybe it was a 60 mile per hour. Maybe I was going 70. But the police put that I was going like 80, almost 90, and I was not going 90. I'm gonna fight that ticket.
Good luck. I'm crossing my fingers for you.
So I was like, I didn't tell him anything. I'm like, okay. He's like, you know why I stopped you? I'm like, no. He's like, well, you were speeding. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, no, I was not. I wasn't. I mean,
like, do I argue with the officer or? But yeah, sorry, officer, new car, not used to it. Absolutely. Like, perfect.
I was going to work. And I was late, right? But I wasn't speeding. I was just going on the 65. I was going 70. I think what happened was that there was a truck in front of me, and then another car, and I kind of speed a little bit to pass that little car to make a left on the left lane. And then I speed a little bit more to go to the right lane to pass the truck. So he just decided to pull me over because he wasn't near me. I just saw him behind me, and then he stopped me. I'm like, dude,
you see
my brand new car.
Just tell him your kid put rocks in your shoes, and then Tanya said, when in doubt, play dumb. Oh my god. Okay. Because you said when in doubt, play dumb, I have this story. When I got pulled over, I gotta share that I legit was like, I had no idea, but it was funny. So I was with my ex-fiance and I had just gotten off work. It was late and we had just moved to a new area. And a little past our place, because you had to get off the highway and to get to our place, like you take the exit and you go down the street, you're at our place. But a little past the next exit past our place, there was a whole shopping center we had never gotten to explore. So I gotten off work, I didn't feel like cooking. We were just like, hey, let's go check what's over there and see what fast food's over there, because we knew there was like Taco Bell, KFC, things like that. So we go over there, but it was late. It was like 11 o'clock. And when we're on the freeway, all the places have their lights on. So we're like, okay, they're still open. So I'm driving, by the way. And I go and I pull over and I pull off the freeway and we're driving around. And this place is literally a giant circle. And so I go and I'm driving around and all of a sudden, I'm going around there. We're trying to find a place that's open. And all of a sudden I see this cop get behind me. And of course, so it gets me paranoid because he keeps getting on my tail. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm sitting there going and I'm going around the circle and I'm just going around the circle. And then finally I pull over into one of them because I can't find the exit for the little circle that we're in. It's dark out. I can't see anything. All the places were shutting off their lights and I'm just going and so I pull over and the cop pulls up behind me, puts on his lights, and I'm like, oh crap. So he goes and he tells me, he's like, what are you doing? And I tell him, I was like, I'm trying to get out of here. Like, I explained everything to him. And he's like, well, do you know why I pulled you over? And I said, because I'm lost. And and so he goes and he says, no, you have a brake light out. I had no idea I had the brake light out, but I was so paranoid because he was like right on my tail. And and another time I accidentally flipped off a cop. This was last year when I was doing Grubhub. I didn't know it was an officer and I flipped him off and he got his revenge on me while I was doing a delivery. That's another story. I respect the police, by the way. But never forgot. Yes, it's so true. It's that nervousness. It's like, oh my God, like you're doing everything legal, your car's legal, your license, you don't have any warrants, tickets, things like that. But it's like as soon as they get behind you, it's like, okay, so the whole like me flipping the cop off thing. Okay, here's so this was last year when I was doing Grubhub and my fiance would come with me. So I'm driving and he was in the passenger seat. And I'm still like I'm not familiar with the area, but I had to go to this pizza place. Well, it's very, very dark. There's not a lot of street lights and everything. And all of a sudden I just see this black SUV with black tinted windows, no headlights on and anything. They're right on my tail. They were so close. I was so scared to like even brake because I'm like, okay, they're gonna end up rear-ending me. Like I was really, really scared. So I end up when I get to the restaurant, thank you for sharing it. I end up pulling over. You have to parallel park. It's one of those like fancy city areas where like parallel park this side, 2 lanes to go straight, and then parallel park right here. So I go and I parallel park right here, and I casually I have my arm like this, and I'm like this at the window with a particular finger up, and the SUV goes around me and it ends up being an officer. And I'm like, so my fiance's ragging on me. He's like, you just flipped off a cop. And I was like, okay, if I would have known it was a cop, I wouldn't have flipped him off. And he's like, so there's a blacked out SUV riding your tail who could be like a gangster or whatever, and you flip him off. And I was like, okay, good point.
Good
But
point.
Yeah, so I see the officer's SUV, which by the way, it was unmarked. It didn't have lights on, it didn't have anything. It was just all blacked out. So um he pulls ahead, and I wasn't able to see until he drove by me. He had the signs on the side that said it was an officer. So apparently, while I was in the pizza place, my fiance saw the officer pull into an alley. Like he drove by twice and then he pulled into an alley or somewhere. He just saw him pull off. Well,
Mm-hmm.
when I ended up being in the pizza place waiting for the order for like 20, 30 minutes, and I come back out, and my fiance goes and tells me, he's like, yeah, that cop drove by twice looking for you, and then he pulled down some street. And I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, he drove by and he would look at the car. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, well, let's hurry up and get out of here. So I continue on. He comes out from the alley and he starts following me. And I'm like, oh my God. So he followed me for a mile and then he pulled me over. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, no, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I'm panicking. And can I retract my finger? And I am gangsta. Okay, so I sit there and the officer pulls me over, and here's the messed up thing. I have the Grubhub bag in my back seat, and it's the pizza bag. And when the officer was coming up, he looked in my window and he saw the Grubhub bag. He saw it. And so he did this on purpose because I flipped him off. He found a reason to pull me over. So he was like, thankfully I had out of state tags. So when he pulled me over, he was like, your third eye tail light is out. One of your headlights is pointed down and everything. And I was like, I just had the all the lights replaced and everything. He's like, yeah, well, you need to have it, whatever. So he took my information. He went back to the car. I texted the customer and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I said, I have your food, but I just got pulled over by the police. So I'm gonna be a little late. So, so the officer ended up coming back. He took his sweet time, but when he came back, he told me, he was like, "You need to have this." I was like, "I'm sorry, officer." I was like, "I just got that fixed," and I was like, "And also in my state where I'm from, you don't need that." And he's like, "Okay, well, I'm giving you a warning, and you need to get as long as you're in this state, blah blah blah." But he literally took like 20, 30 minutes to give me a warning. And then he was like, my headlight was pointed down. No, it wasn't pointed down.
He,
And
he he was just using an excuse to pull you over.
yes, because I flipped him off.
You should have told. Yeah, I assume I'm trying to hurry and get their meal to nicer and hot.
Well,
No, but
he pulled
Danny,
me over for
she
my
was
life.
like, I thought it was my lipstick finger.
So now, like, still to this day, he does not let me live that down. He's always like, well, at least I haven't gotten pulled over. At least I didn't flip off a cop. And I'm like, shut up. The sad thing, I have respect for the police. I support the blue. Like, I thank officers for their service whenever I see them. But like now, it's like, yep, I flipped off a cop. Wonderful.
Oops.
Like, I can't live that down. Like, and he tells everybody, so everyone's like, can't believe you flipped off a cop. And I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, he
Danny,
was
he
looking
was
for
looking for excuses. Yep, he was looking because he was mad because she pulled a finger out, the lipstick finger.
can't help you're an overachiever. You're damn straight I am. Go big or go home, baby.
Oh my God, can't help you. And over. She is, right?
Has anyone told you they saw you on TikTok in person? No, not yet. It's so funny. Um, I was at the store. Yes, this is the angel that saved me. But to return to Cheryl's question, what's funny is about a month and a half or a while ago, when I came to pick up the car from my mom, we ended up going to Whole Foods, and I was wearing my Ninja Turtle shirt that I got for my fiance. It was his shirt, but I stole it. And this guy who worked at Whole Foods saw me and he went crazy. He was like, "Oh my!" He was walking by. He's like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "Can I hug you?" And I was like, "Yeah." So give him a hug. And I'm thinking, okay, he must have seen my videos or something. He was acting like I was like a big celebrity in the store, and it was because of my shirt. He was like, "I've never." He's like, "I love
That's
the Ninja
random.
Turtles."
That's very random. Yeah.
Like he was literally like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it's you," and everything. And he's saying stuff like that. So I was like, okay, he must have seen my videos. I'll give him a hug. I'll sit here and talk with him for a little bit. No, it's because my shirt.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. We say that all the time, go big on, yes, you don't have to win the race, but you gotta keep on. That's a good point. He only got 3. I'm so sorry you went through that, but I'm so proud of you for getting out and surviving. And I'm sorry that he didn't serve more time. I know that frustration. Like I deal with that as well. There's a part of me that wishes I had pressed charges so my ex could have served time, but it wasn't the right situation. So I understand the frustration. Royal, I asked him to tell me the name. He said he couldn't. Asked who to tell. I'm sorry, Royal Flesh. I scrolled through. I didn't see your other comments, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're a DoorDasher as well? I'm sorry.
I used to be one as well.
Oh, how
I
does
used
a
to
cop
DoorDash,
know?
Instacart, Postmate. I used to do that
Oh God, that's all.
during the pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it was money.
Yeah.
How does a cop know I have the same last name just running my license plate? When they run your license plate, they can get all your information.
Yeah.
They see who it's registered to, who the address, and then they can see everything. Does your ex have a criminal record now? I have Googled him to see, and the only thing that shows up is the misdemeanor for the domestic violence towards me. So I don't know. I would think so because he was arrested. I don't know how long misdemeanors stay on records, but that's all I know.
Go. I don't. Me either.
Sorry, guys, my fiance calling. I told him I'd be done at
Like,
Hey, I'm still on live.
can I take us on?
No.
You're the thing.
Yeah, but but I'll wrap it up so we can talk for a bit. I'll call you right back. I love you.
Everybody's laughing. Is it free to run someone's name on Google?
Yeah, you just Google their name.
So right?
Yeah, just go to Google and type in their name. But hey, my fiance, as you guys know, my fiance and I, we're in a long distance relationship right now, and with our varying schedules, we really don't get to see each other and talk to each other, except he just got off work, so we can talk for a little bit before bed. So I'm gonna go ahead and head off here. Oh wait, I'm gonna head off here. I was supposed to stop this at 12, but you guys are so much fun, like always. My lives never end when they're supposed to. But
Nasreen,
or,
not Nasreen.
or
By the way, I really freeze when I see a cop. Other than that, how many hours you usually work the day? Is it for me or for? I think it's for me, right? Uh, for caregiving, usually it's 4 to 6 hours, depending the client and how many days they want me to be there, taking care of the people. Right now, I'm working full time, 40 hours for now, but I'm usually 20 hours part time because I have a 15-year-old. He's in high school, and he plays soccer. So I have to be part of that as a mom.
But yes, I want to thank you guys all for joining, and we will definitely, be doing this again. Like, and now that Leanna can go live, anytime that you see me live, if you want to jump on, Leanna, you are more than welcome to, of course. But I appreciate you guys understanding why I need to sign off here. But I appreciate you guys joining, all of your support, you guys making this happen by getting her the much needed followers that she needed so she can go live. And
thank you, y'all. Nice
yes,
to meet
thank
you too.
Absolutely. Had so much fun. Thank you guys for all of your support. And real quick, if you're not following her, go follow her. Hello?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Oh, sorry.
I don't know what's going on. Hello? Oh, okay. Actually, nope. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit longer.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. Okay, you just let me know when you're done with all that, and I'll get off the line. 1 o'clock? Sounds good. I love you too. See ya. Okay, you guys, it's been changed. I will stay until 1 o'clock. So you got 60 more minutes with me, guys. And Leanna.
How many minutes?
15.
Oh, 15 more minutes. Okay.
Yeah, it's 12:45, so I'll be on here until 1. At 1, I
Let
have
me
to get
put
off.
you guys on my screen on my car. Give me 1
Yeah,
second.
part. Yeah, part. Oh, God, it hurts to go. I just got vaccinated today, so I'm starting to feel like in the arm, like raising. It's like, oh.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Because I have you guys on speaker on my car.
Okay, yes, be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone here is at different times. For me, it's 12:45 in the morning.
And for me, it's
So
9:45 at night. So.
lucky. Oh, from Harmon Asylum. I think he means yeah, there you go. Leanna, thank you for your help with saving such an incredible woman. Aww.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure. It was a pleasure. Remember, half hearts because I have my phone on the other one.
Yes. Yeah, so Harmon Asylum is actually my bestie ever. He's my absolute best friend. If you guys can follow him as well, now it's my honor to help keep her safe. And you do. You do. I couldn't ask for anyone better. If you guys can go follow Harmon Asylum right there, and get him to 1,000 as well, he can join me in lives as well too. He wants to. If anyone was here for my very first live, he was there and we were having a good old time. If you guys remember Eric Dude, that's Harmon Asylum. He's at 900 something followers. He needs 1,000, so get him to 1,000. We can join. What kind of food does your fiance cook? Oh my. Okay. He cooks like everything. My favorite is okay, when he makes steak, and he has this very special he cooks everything. Yes. He cooks everything. But my favorite is I love steak, and he has this special steak sauce he makes that I love. And he has this one meal that you get like a roll, and you get some like chopped up steak bits and like gravy and cheese, and he can cook anything. And literally, I don't like pork chops, but he makes his own rub and he puts it on there, and for that I eat the pork chops. Like he
Yeah,
cooks
that sounds good.
yes, yes, absolutely. You and thank you so much, Tanya. And yeah, like he really cooks anything and everything, and it's all so good. He hasn't made anything that I didn't like, so I'm very lucky.
Um, who did you say was your best friend?
Harmon Asylum. I'll send you his profile.
Okay. Yeah, because he wrote, now it's my honor to help her keep her safe.
Yeah. Beef tips. I'm not even sure what beef tips are. So I don't know if that's what it is or not. That's really bad. Oh my god, you guys! I've reached 75,000 followers while being on the live with you guys. Thank you
Nice.
guys so much. Oh my god.
You
Thank
guys
you
are so wonderful.
Oh
Can
my
you move
god.
this? Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
Yes. Follow Harmon Asylum. But oh my god, 75, you guys, 75,000. Wow. That's crazy. And seriously, like this has all happened since September. Like every single one. Oh my god. Anybody's with.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Danny. That's very kind of you. Oh my god. My mind is blown right now. I'm just like, wow. I'm having like a surreal moment right now. This is crazy. Wow. Thank you guys. This is awesome. Really. I'm really at a loss for words. This is amazing. And honestly, this live, I've never had this many people watching, this many likes, this much support. I appreciate you guys making this happen with Leana. Yeah, I'm seriously at a loss for words right now. This is crazy because I didn't start sharing my story until September 21st. Or was the very first video September 21st or 22nd? I don't remember if it was September 21st or 22nd. When I posted my very first video for my Freedom Day. Thank you for the likes and thank you for the follow. So it's literally it's
I can't hear
crazy
them when
seeing
I'm
how much
without
how everything has grown so fast and literally since end of September, because right before I ended up having 7,000, 8,000 followers, and then all of a sudden it started booming and I started sharing my story to now 75,000. Oh my, just knowing that my story has reached so many people, millions of people, that's crazy.
And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, sweetie. Oh
I'm
my
so
god.
proud of you. I think I'm getting sleepy. No, I'm not getting sleepy. I couldn't hear you guys for a second because my husband was calling me and I told myself to text him that I'm in my way home.
Oh, oh my
So
god.
when he was calling me, yeah, the live got interrupted. That's why.
This is crazy, you guys. My notifications are going off like crazy on my phone right now. Oh my goodness.
I'm so proud of you. See, you made a change. Like this is good. This is really good.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I think we've been having fun.
There's some people that leave comments that I'm just like, I have no idea what they like. What? I barely need TikTok and all of that, but I'm glad your video popped up for me. I appreciate you watching it and helping my voice be heard. And every single time someone watches one of my videos, you guys are helping my voice be heard and me share my story. And that means so much to me, more than anything. Thank you, Harmon Asylum, for all the likes. Thank you so much.
Danny, is that for me or for
Thank you, Amber.
Tatiana?
I think Danny's question was to Tanya.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness, you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. I know there's no words to really, put out there. You guys don't have to spend your time watching my videos. You don't have to comment, like, share, follow. You don't have to spend that time, you guys watching my live. But I appreciate all the time and support you guys give. I appreciate you too. Like you guys are the best. You really, really are. And even if you're not following me, you guys are still, I appreciate you guys because you guys are spending your time here with me. I appreciate that.
Same here. Same
Absolutely.
here. We have to schedule a reunion so people can see us together.
Yes, that is going to be in the works, you
Officially.
guys. Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure that out. Deal with some mental games, I feel, but maybe it's just me. Me mental abuse is still abuse.
Views, yeah. That's what we
Oh,
were
thank
saying earlier.
you. That means so much to me. I really appreciate that.
Aw,
That
that's so cute.
that means a lot to me. That really does. That really touches me.
See, I told you we were gonna touch a lot of people's heart.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for all the likes, Harmon Asylum. This is 6,000 likes. I've never had a video get a live get this many likes before. And right now, all these active viewers, this is crazy. I don't know what the
Danny,
number up there means.
yeah,
Yes,
Danny, you're
mental,
right.
physical.
Mental, physical, emotional, it's all views. That's correct. I agree
Yes.
with you 100%.
But there's financial abuse.
Yep,
There's so many different kinds.
abuse, yeah. But they're
Yes,
all the same thing.
absolutely. And a lot of them don't even get discussed as much either because just like how I'm trying to remember who was his name John? I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember. Was talking about how men get abused as well, but that's not talked about. Well, the other types of abuse are the same way. They don't get talked about either. We really need to start talking about all the different types of
Speaking up,
abuse
yeah.
out there.
The problem now, okay, for as a survivor, uh, the first process is as a survivor, after you've gone so much, you sometimes you feel guilty, like, oh, maybe did I provoke this? But in reality, it's not you. It's the other person that's mentally is not fine. Um, but the only thing you could do is, okay, accept that you went through this situation and move forward. Um, in every aspect in the way, you just have to move forward and say, I'm a survivor. I have to speak up. And a lot of people, one of the biggest mistake has been that people do not speak up, and it's a need to be able to be, you know to be listened. You have to speak up, and
Mm-hmm.
some people are afraid. And I always admire those uh women and men that have speak up about this, all these type of abuse, and it made a change in other people's life and an impact, like what happened between Tatiana and I. Like I said, I was raised in an abusive home when I was little with my parents, and that, when she told me what was going on when I met her, um, that was my reaction to help her. That was my instinct. I need to help this girl because she could be me. I saw myself going through the situation. I saw my mom going through the situation, and I'm like, I'm gonna help you. And so many people don't speak up because they're afraid, but it's very important to speak up so we can bring awareness to others. This if you're living in that type of home, it's not safe for you because people have been killed by these actions. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Children's been killed by having child abuse as well. There's different type of abuse that we don't speak up, and we need to, so we can bring awareness. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's very important to me, uh, and to many of you guys that have been going through that situation, to speak up. And that's why we're here, and that's why we spoke about doing this live, um, so other people that, you know, haven't been in our shoes
Mm-hmm.
can relate, um, can help in those that are in our shoes, by making a difference. And for me, that's
Absolutely.
important. Like I said, for me, this is a legacy because I'm not putting me out there because it's not 100% me. God guide me to do all this, but she's doing all this because she was saved. Okay, she was saved. She's alive. Look, she's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. She already, you know, light. She smiles. She's a light in all of you guys. For me, this is an honor, you know, to have, you know, see you growing, to have all these followers. I mean, that's amazing to me. I mean, I'm so proud of you because
Thank you.
it's not it's not easy. I know it's not easy.
No.
It's not easy. Like I said, it's a process that we have to go through. There's a healing process that we have to go through as well. There's
Mm-hmm.
a forgiveness process that we have to give to ourselves and to those that did harm to us. So
Mm-hmm.
I am so proud of you. I'm
Thank
so grateful
you.
for you. So,
Oh my God, don't make me cry again. I cried earlier.
don't cry. I mean, cry for happy tears.
Yes. But thank you. Thank you so much. And real quick,
Cry happy
Danny, I'm
tears.
so glad that you're here. Danny, I'm so sorry you went through that, but I'm so glad that you're here. And life is tr something you should definitely treasure. And I can't imagine what you went through. I hope that you were taking the proper precautions to protect yourself. And if you can,
Yes.
get out. Do whatever you need to.
Get out from that area. Yeah.
Yes.
My recommendations, if that person lives close to you, the person that did harm to you lives close to you,
You need to get
I know
out.
it's scary and hard to move on to a different location, but it's better for your own safety. That's my recommendation as a person. The most important is your life, your beautiful life, and you should always feel
Hmm.
safe. And if you always gonna be afraid of that safety, that you're not gonna feel safe around that area, my suggestion is, to move out of that area, somewhere that, you know, you can um, start creating new things, um, get a new job. I don't know, something that can help you motivate yourself with your new life.
Yes. But hey, Danny, I just followed you back. So if you need to talk, need any help, send me a message. We can talk. It is 101, and I did promise that I would get off at 1 o'clock. And thank you, Tanya, for the support. It is 101. I'm getting off now.
Bye,
But
guys. Nice talking to y'all.
thank, thank you guys so much for all of your support. Thank you for making this live happen. If you haven't already, go follow Leanna, my angel, and go follow Harmon Asylum, my bestie, who they're both there for me, and it would mean a lot to me if you follow both of them so that they can both go live with me. And me and Leanna are definitely going to be doing this more whenever we can. Like I said, there is a big time difference between the two of us.
We can
But
always schedule.
yeah, well, just like how we did this, we can figure it out, make it work. We're going to do this more. But thank you all for joining so much. Thank you all for your questions to Leanna. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for all of your likes, your follows, all your support. The people who gifted, that was very kind of all of you. But thank you the most for giving your time and for being here and joining us. I love every single one of you. And
thank
I
you.
hope to see you next time. And Leanna, get home safely.
Bye. I'm already home. I'm almost there.
Okay. Okay, good.
Bye, guys.
All right. I'll see ya. I love all of you.